What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Underground Runaround. This is episode 34. I'm your host, Brad Ross, back again with my co-host, Pav Daddy, who is muted, and that's why I'm laughing, because somebody is opening a container of cookies or something at his house, and he's trying to tell us right now, but he's muted. And if you're just listening, I apologize. But if you're on YouTube or watching this, you're probably laughing. Also with us again, back again. He agreed to come back. He must have. We must have not scared him off too bad. It's our good friend Keith from CEO, baby. What's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm good, buddy. How are you doing?
Good, man. Let's see what Pav sounds like over there now. Pav, you with us?
I am here.
How you doing, man? What was going on over there?
Hey, dude. How about Barstool Sports fucking tweeting our story? We were the first. They better fucking give us some props, man.
They're not going to. They wrote the article on when Brett pulled that 101, right? The 101 Wander. They wrote an article about him and didn't even put his fucking name or his Twitter in there.
Yeah, dude.
How rude.
Yeah, that's
rude. Rude
funny.
Stool Sports. You know what I mean? That's just rude. Guy pulls a $50,000 card and he teaches fucking public school gym for a living. Jesus. You can't just say congratulations to a guy like that. What a good
dude. You get a hold of him. He would have jumped at, talking about it or whatever. They don't care.
Yeah, you would have thought they called him or something. Hey,
right?
What was it like pulling a once in a lifetime card? What was it like?
That's lazy.
They'd rather journalism. Talk to the guy about shit in his pants.
I've thought so many times about like actually getting into news just because I don't care about politics, right? I don't give a fuck. I don't care about your bullshit here. I don't care about your bullshit there. I don't care about your bullshit in the middle. All I want to know is the truth. Like, that's it. That's all I care about. Like, and then I'll make my personal decision based on that, I guess. Or, like, I want the real data. But you can't get the real data. So, like, I've thought about just, like, being a journalist. But then you have to follow, then you're not really finding the truth about everything, though. It's, like, one thing and you got to, like, pursue the fuck out of it. Or, like, you could go the route you're talking about where, like, you get a big, like, sports story and you try and contact those people and just report about sports. But, like, I don't know. I feel like I'd want to find out about everything.
It's their number one article this week.
Really?
This Albert Pujols hot streak feels fishy. Yeah, number one.
Oh, my gosh. We did a whole show. I did a 30-plus minute part of our whole podcast last week talking about it. So we did it a week ago.
It's so silly because we called out Matt Carpenter earlier, and then Pujols goes on this hot streak. We call it, they don't like us.
Nobody knows who we are, and that's the problem.
The Carpenter thing was the same. I mean, the dude can barely play AAA ball, and then all of a sudden he comes. I mean, Yankee Stadium. It's a wiffle ball park, but
best run of his career, though. That's what's crazy. And it's like Pujols. Like, they're like, oh, best 10-game fucking run.
They're saying it like it's a good thing. Like, no, that's – don't tell people that. Like, don't tell people that because now people are going to get suspicious. Like, you mean best 10-game streak ever? Like, in his entire career? Yes, that's exactly what we mean. Okay, bullshit.
It's really a bummer because when you look at any of the older players, like Hall of Fame level players, and you look at their career, it's pretty obvious that guys are in their prime from like 24 to 31. And then once you hit 32 and stuff, you see a steady decline. And you can, across the board, of all of the whole, you have fucking 80 years of data that you can take where you can see, like, all throughout that 80 years, it was that way. And then all of a sudden, the last fucking 15, 20 years, all of a sudden, these guys are coming up and having resurgence at 38, 39. It's like, come on, man. So it's not right. It's not fucking natural. It's pretty obvious. But I guess this is what led to the original steroid thing, right? Because everybody's like, this isn't natural, and
What's
somebody started asking questions.
what's that Barstool article say? What did they say about it? Did they have the balls to make an opinion, or are they
It's
just
just
making a statement or posing a question?
they're just talking about how hot he got. 11 home runs and 98 at bats, which is insane.
Yeah.
And then they go into how he was accused of taking PEDs. I don't know. I think is it I think Pat said it last week, the ball's being juiced or something. Like, what are the chances? There's no fucking way.
I think there's actually a really good chance that that's what's going on. Is that
It
they're
doesn't
just
surprise me because anybody who wants to pretend that nothing's going on, all they say is we want to see 700 because it's good for baseball. Like, you don't need to fake a accolade to make a bright spot for baseball. Because like diehard baseball people, like everyone I've talked to, that I know as a human being about it thinks that it's it's odd.
MLB basically already admitted to juicing balls the last couple of years, right?
Yeah,
Sending
100%.
different balls to different places. I because it's real easy because then you do let them know, hey, fastball's coming. All he's got to do is contact the fucking ball. If the ball's like a golf ball, then it doesn't matter if it would have been a fly out before because it's going to come off of there. And like you look at his exit velocity the last few weeks and stuff. I mean, it's pretty obvious something's going on. Whatever. It's their fucking, I don't know. I just think it'd be funny if he came back. Like this was the farewell tour, right? And like he was having this god awful fucking season, and they made him an all-star. That's the first time I've ever seen that where they just gifted an all-star fucking spot to these guys.
Yeah. But the thing is, Miguel Cabrera is actually still hitting. Like he's not hitting for power, but he's still hitting. Pujols hasn't even been hitting, like for years and years and years.
Yeah.
But Miguel's average is down to 257 this year, which has to be a low for him ever. But he only has 4 home runs. That's the thing. He has no power now.
Which is realistic, though. Like, right?
Right. He's at 383 at bats, only 4 home runs. His average was 256 last year. So I mean, he's right there where he is. You know what you're gonna get, but he hit 15 home runs last year. He's not doing that this year. He's 39. So who knows? But his career average is still 308. Miguel Cabrera is such a good hitter, man. It's insane. It's insane. Albert, his max exit velocity is in the 80th percentile. His sprint speed is in the 1 percentile because he's the slowest guy in baseball. But yet now, with having no legs and no ability to do anything, he's just destroying the ball.
Did you see him run around the bases after that homer? I think the last night's homer, the one he hit the right.
This is average. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out these stats. The one he hit the right, yeah. I didn't see him run around because as soon as I saw the ball go over the fence, I just rolled my eyes and went to the next. I was over it.
He put everything into the jog, and you could tell you're like, dude, this guy's being held together by nothing.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's like watching an old man, like the Mets had their old timers day. It's like watching those guys run around the base. It was painful. It's like,
Pujols' exit velocity is the highest it's been since 2016.
Come on.
This year.
And the guy in this article talks about how no one's talking about it.
Highest barrel percentage since at least 2015. This only goes back to 2015 because that's as long as Statcast has been around. So I mean, it's just absurd. His hard hit rate is really high.
He was just fucking hobbling around those bases, wasn't he?
Oh yeah. That's been my observation of him for the last few years. You just watch him walk. He looks like he's in pain or like it's uncomfortable for his body to walk.
Look
Yeah,
how
that's
overweight he is all of a sudden too. You know, he really put on a lot of weight the last
Yeah,
couple.
because he can't move because he's becoming immobile. Because he probably needs like hip or knee surgeries and God knows what is going on over there at the Pav Village. Village is fucking wilding out tonight. But here's the kicker, man. Since Statcast, Pujols' hard hit percentage, which means he's fucking hitting the ball, is 48.9%. You know what his average is for the entire time of Statcast, including this year where it's 48.9? His average is 40.2. And that's with this amazing year. So without that year, it's probably way below that in the upper 30s.
Oh yeah.
I mean, terrible. Last year it was 39.7. This year it's 48.9. So how is all of a sudden you have to be able to either A, recognize the pitch or know where it's going to be to hit the ball that consistently hard after you've shown nothing, like after you've not shown the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm doubling down on what we talked about last week. I guess we'll beat the dead horse because I didn't look at this advanced data until just now. Like, data nerds, do your thing. Hard hit percentage seems pretty important. The more times you hit the ball hard, the better things are going to happen for you. The more times good things are going to happen for you. I would assume it's hard to do since you don't even do it 50% of the time. Like, who's the best player? Who's the best?
Right,
Who's the best batter and batter? Who is the best batter in baseball right now? You want to say Judge, maybe?
But like the hard hit percentage is based off of exit velocity, right? So all of a sudden you start tossing them fucking cue balls up there, and the exit velocity is going to be even on something he doesn't get all of. You know, I don't know. It's pretty
right. It could be a combination, but he's got to know what's coming. He has to. I'm telling you. That's my thing.
Those fastballs for sure.
He's got to know about these fastballs because all of a sudden he's just fucking hitting the ball. So he's got to be swinging at the pitch. He knows what's up, and his pitch of choice must be the fastball. Throw me the fastball. I'm the machine. I'm old as fuck. I can't run, but here, let me hit one 400 feet. Hell yeah, that's my guy. I'm just saying, something's up.
Dude, Cardinals are fucking going to the playoffs too.
Well, what about Goldschmidt?
He's killing it.
I mean, he's not young either. All of a sudden, this guy comes. I mean, he's always been good. Goldschmidt's
How old
always
is
been a
he?
stud.
Yeah, he's been great. I'm not suspicious of Paul at all. No way.
He's not that old, is he?
He's 34. He's about to be 35. 34?
Yeah, but
he's a 296 career hitter. I mean,
yeah,
I'm good with it.
But yeah.
It's not like he's had 5 straight years of being just a disaster, war type of guy.
I agree.
He's 294, 304, 260, 290, 297. Yeah, he's good. His on base is lower than it's been, some of these other years. So,
oh man,
he's swinging, baby. He already has as many walks as he did in like all of last year. He's 3 behind his entire walk total of last year. I don't know. Yeah, it's good. He's doing good things. He needs more home runs. He's not going to win that Triple Crown, though.
No. He's a lock for MVP there right now, or for NL MVP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
would assume so.
I feel like it's him and Judge, and it's not even close anywhere else.
Yeah, Judges, obviously. No one's taken that from him this year. I don't think so, anyway. This advanced data stuff is wild, though. I don't even know how to look at it all right this second.
It's crazy.
Right. Oh, it's the teams. Like, they break it down by how every team pitches them, too. Holy shit. The fastballs by every different fucking team. Yeah,
Goldschmidt's slowing down a little bit too, huh?
he was on a heater. He must have had a cold week. Sprint speed. How many players are in the MLB? His sprint speed's up this year. Definitely suspicious. Fastest he's been since 2015.
Who's that?
Pujols.
Pujols?
His fastest sprinting speed since 2015. Oh yeah, it's steroids now too. Now it's the trifecta. That old man is fucking booking it. Holy shit. 23 feet per second. Hasn't been that fast since 2015 when he was at 23.3 feet per second. Average home run trot.
Does it really have that?
Yeah, it fucking does, dude.
What? I want to know what it was last night. Last night, check if it has last night's. Oh my goodness.
I don't know if I can find that. It just shows it year by year.
He was putting everything he had into that trot. And it was still like you're watching and you're going, oh, God.
We could do the math formula to figure out if he travels 23 feet per second and his average home run trot is 25.53 seconds. How many feet is that? And does that math compute to... Well, I guess not because it's a trot and he would be sprinting. So that doesn't work.
I agree with Keith. Paul Goldschmidt's probably getting some fucking. He got a better Adderall script or something this year.
Yeah, for sure. Adderall do it for you.
Unless his name's Ted Williams. But see, the thing is, like Ted Williams hit fucking 350 earlier in his career, so it wasn't like it was a new thing. You know, all of a sudden, Paul Goldschmidt's hitting fucking 335. And, like, he's a 296 guy, but he's not a 296 guy that had 350 and 260. You know, most of his years are right at 290. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. 34 years old.
That's not suspicious.
Pujols brought it all into the clubhouse.
No, because Pujols would have been like 36 when he fell off. So Goldschmidt's got time.
How old is he listed at, Pujols?
42. So he's got to be like...
45.
Which means he would have been like 39 when he started falling off. So who knows?
Jeez.
Goldschmidt's going to end up being a fucking Hall of Famer. That's what's going to happen.
Good for him. He played how many years in dog shit Arizona? I hate that he's a Cardinal, but...
That's true, yeah.
I hate that he's a Cardinal, but he spent many years on a really bad team. Not bitching. You never heard him complaining.
Arizona's bringing up all their kids, huh? They brought up Carroll yesterday.
Why not? I mean, fuck it.
They beat the fucking White Sox.
They swept them.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, what a good time. What a good time that is. Sorry, White Sox fans, but we're not really sorry about that.
Oh, they're getting smoked right now by the fucking Royals. That's the thing. It's like you're getting smoked by the worst fucking teams, man.
It's great.
Jesus.
Well, they don't have their manager. It said on the ESPN, Tony La Russa stepped away with a medical concern, whatever that is.
Withdrawal.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The shakes.
What's sad is you lost 2 games versus the Diamondbacks where you had Dylan Cease and Johnny Cueto. And that's like your fucking 2 toppers this year, and you lost those games. So they're totally fucking done, I'd say. It looks like the fucking Cleveland's gonna win that division. I don't know who had them picked at the beginning of the year, but
not me.
Dude, can you even name anybody on that team other than Jose Ramirez?
Yeah, man.
Jimenez.
Got Tristan McKenzie. That's my guy. He's fucking good.
I love McKenzie.
I think they got Cal Quantrill. They still have Bieber, right? They're fucking. I mean, they have pitching.
Their pitching's there.
It's a pitching factory. Cleveland is a fucking pitching factory.
They got that Adam Savali, right?
Yeah, Savali's a stud.
Yeah.
They have another reliever that's pretty good. Indians roster. Let me pull it up. See what they got cooking. They got that Stephen Kwan kid who's been a surprise. He doesn't power, but he gets hits.
Yeah.
Even Rosario's having a decent year.
Oh yeah,
Jimenez.
Karinchak. Fucking James Karinchak's fucking stud for Cleveland. Eli Morgan, Zach Plesac, Nick Sandlin. Yeah, they have pitchers, boy. Savali, Class A. Año de los Santos from the Phillies. Oh yeah. I mean, they just got a hit. They got pitching.
Cleveland versus St. Louis in the World Series.
Ugh, what a terrible World Series that would be. Who's getting excited about that? The fucking farmers are out harvesting their corn. They don't have time for this shit. Holy cow, that would be. I don't know what is the World Series gonna be? I don't like like I said, whoever gets the buys, I think those are the teams that are gonna lose. Like whoever has to sit the longest from each division. That's my only postseason prediction. So if you want to take that to the bank, go ahead. But I have no idea. I don't know who's gonna win anything. That's why I love October baseball. It's whatever team's the hottest, really, and I think whatever team has to sit the longest. So if one wild card goes right away and they know who they're playing, and then another one has to go all 3 games, then if a team has to sit an extra day, that could impact them, because that's a lot of time off after you've been playing for a long time. To just lose the rhythm for a game could be deadly. You go out and lay a fucking egg and lose 6-0.
Yeah, buys in baseball are not beneficial
not
like football. Hockey was,
Right. There's no really rest up period in 3 days.
Yeah.
It's not that type of benefit. So yeah, man. The one thing about the wild card, even though it is a best of 3, the home team is the home team for all 3 games. So there's no travel. I assume that is to speed it up, like to play it, so they don't have to have that off day for travel in the middle of a series, to give an extra day off for the bye teams. Be like, yeah, you got 3 days to play them games, and maybe a travel day. Let's go. Select is filling. We were trying to fill Select last week. Here we are. We're down to 2, I think.
You just pulled the monster in Select, right?
Yeah, Lawrence tie-dye on eBay break over the weekend. That was pretty good. We opened half a case. It was pretty good, man. Very cool. Very cool stuff.
Did you pull a Pickett? I saw someone talking about it.
I did. I pulled a Pickett and Malik Willis from the Titans. I pulled both of the QBs to look forward to in the
those XRCs. They're going for some serious cash.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody said on Sunday the Pickett was like $800, but I didn't verify that, so I don't know.
I saw some of them, like if it's a silver, they're running for over $1,000.
Yeah, it was a silver. It's a prism.
Yeah, those are
Oh shit!
But yeah, I pulled a Lawrence tie-dye jumbo patch auto, but it's a redemption, so it's probably one of the better ones to get.
Oh yeah.
Kenny's in the house. What's up, dude? Former intern, not former intern. Fuck, I misspoke.
Oh wow.
Unpaid intern, former guest on the show, Kenny Vuong, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the chat. Shout out to Kenny. He's probably gonna quit now after that terrible introduction, but it's good to have you here, and we're just talking about whatever the hell we want because it's our show. Where were we?
Hawaii won the Little League World Series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, beat the piss out of everyone, right?
Smoked everybody.
Yeah.
60-5 was the scoring for them.
Yeah, I think it said their run differential was like 38 for the whole tournament or something.
55 plus 55.
Yeah.
60-5. They and I mean they won by mercy rule in the fucking championship game.
Right.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. They were clearly better than everyone else. Like if you watched the game of theirs, you were like, oh yeah, these kids are.
Yeah, I don't even want to. I don't like. I don't know. I don't
The
watch
age
the.
rule.
No, I don't watch that baseball. Like, it's feel good and I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, did you see that Hawaii team?
Some of them kids on the fucking highlights are hitting home runs twice as long as that fucking field is. Like
That field's small, dude. Real
I,
small.
that's little league. Fucking that's
Yeah,
the
it's
dimensions for that age group.
literally small.
I'm
Well, it used to be though that you had to be uh, an earlier age. Now that you got a lot of 13-year-olds in that series, and I mean, those kids are going through fucking growth spurts at that 12 to 13-year-old age, and all of a sudden you got a lot bigger kid. I think to be honest, I feel like they did it for the ratings, man. All of a sudden you got a bunch of fucking home run hitting teams. It seems like every team out there, hits quite a few home runs where it didn't used to be like that. There's a lot more games that were.
There's so much more youth coaching though in
Yeah,
today's
Yeah,
baseball,
but
and it's not
you're older now too.
it's not that hard to hit the early pitching stages of baseball until you get to that full mound, and even the first year or two on the full size field is easy to hit still because the kids aren't used to throwing from that distance. So if they throw you a strike, it's pretty much a straight fuck. Nobody has off speed pitching or what I mean. Like if you could teach a kid a nice consistent swing at a young age, which they're all learning now. I was watching a kid 6 years old fucking smashing balls off a tee today. It's just a different type of environment some of these kids have access to, and it's fantastic. But like, if you can teach them that good swing early, and they put in that type of work on their own, they're gonna destroy pitching until they start seeing real breaking balls. Just absolutely destroy. I mean, just destroy. Like you teach them the good fundamentals, and they can hit the ball in a fucking line. And I don't. Your kids are gonna have amazing success until they start having to deal with sliders and curveballs and that stuff you don't really want to deal with either. Yeah, I mean the changeup was the hardest pitch in the world for me to hit, but some other people picked it up really good and hit it really well. So, I mean that's what they teach most young kids nowadays is the changeup instead of the curveball and whatnot. But I don't know anything about youth baseball to be honest. I don't know rules, regulations, all the travel stuff. I stay away from all of that. I like to deal with the older kids just because they have a more like they don't have a very deep understanding, but they have a deeper understanding past like the basics. So that's I don't like to do the one-on-one stuff. I don't like to do the fundamentals. I don't mind them, and I always would help.
Yeah, no, I took mine out. They're literally going to start baseball their first year this year. So I was out there with them today. I never realized how hard it is to teach someone like the basics of baseball.
It's you got them talking about alligator chomps and all kind of stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, you gotta get them. You gotta do it in ways that they'll engage with it. And I'm not the best. The best at that. Like this is what we're doing, and this is why I can explain why we're doing things. Like I'm gonna, but if you don't understand the explanation, then my explanation is not gonna help. So that's where I think I'm the best at is like actually explaining the reasonings to why things happen, or like this is why you stand like this when you're receiving the ball in a cutoff position, and just stuff like that. Pav, where'd you go, bud?
Blow my nose.
Blew his nose, folks. Fall's coming
Well,
up. Kids went back to school.
Dude. He really
the kids are bringing the germs. Oh, the kids are back in the germ.
True.
Their little petri dishes. I went to the school today because my daughter has to have like special soap. She's allergic to coconut oils or anything coconut, and like in ingredient list they hide the word coconut in like so many different ways. Like it doesn't have to say directly coconut, or it won't even have a C word in it. It's like glycols and all this other bullshit. My wife knows all this. I honestly cannot keep up with it. My wife's incredible for being able to fucking do it, but it's nuts. She'll be like, nope, she can't have this, and I'll like read the thing, and I'll be like, I don't see coconut on here. She's like, it's right there, and she like points at this fucking word. It's like 4 words. Like what? No, babe, there's no coconut anywhere. And then she just shows me to fucking Google, and she like shows her phone. And she's like, no, look. I'm like, oh my gosh, all right. So like it's hard to explain that to people, especially people you don't know. So like, my wife knows exactly what soaps like my daughter can use for like her hands, like antibacterial soap, because like foam soap, most every foam soap we've come across, the ones you pump and they turn into foam, they have coconut in them of some sort. So she can't use anything that's like at the school. So she like, I don't know. But we sent her with soap, and I don't know, she wasted it all already. So she's been back to school for like 7 days. And you know, the teacher, there's some app, I don't know, kids have apps now. So the teacher just actually like sent me a message. She's like, hey, could you bring more soap in for your kid? Like, yeah, sure. So then I go to the school and drop it off. And the lady at the door, well, first I go to pull the door open. You can't just walk into school. So that's actually cool, because I'm like, how the fuck? Because she just went from, in my town, when you're in kindergarten, they put all the kindergartners in the same school. But then there's 3 other, like, actual elementary schools in my town. So after elementary school, they split them off into the 3 schools. So I haven't been to the school yet. So I pull on the door, can't get in it. Then there's like a lady standing, and you see there's like an entryway. Like there's a door and then another set of doors. There's a lady standing there, and I'm like, I just looked at her. She's just like, she did one of those awkward looks we were talking about before the show, where you like make eye contact and then look away.
Yep.
I'm like, fuck. All right. So I like instantly through my brain, I'm like, she's not helping me. So then I start looking around, like reading the walls, and then I find it. There's a button. I push the button. They're like, you know, what are you here for? I'm like, I'm bringing soap to my kid. She's like, what? They like let me in, so I go in there, and she's like, I've never heard that. And this lady's got a mask covering her fucking eyeballs, like, and she's 100 years old. She's like, I never heard that before. I'm like, all right, you know, like I gotta bring my kid special soap. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's part of what we do here. They're like,
They
yeah,
used to.
go ahead.
Do you remember when, like, so you're saying you can't walk into the school now because obviously, like, safety, right? They used to only close the doors to the school right after school started, and the only reason they did that was to catch the kids who were late.
Right.
So you had to knock on the door, and they'd be like, Keith, why are you late today? And I'm like, oh. And you try to sneak into the school.
My last 2 years of high school was the last 2 years Hobart had auto shop. So like we actually had a garage in our high school. Like we had a 2-bay garage in the back of the fucking high school, and the guy that taught the class was this old timer. I mean, he was old, Mr. Burkhart, and you know, shouldn't be telling on him like this, but if you brought him like an egg McMuffin or something, and you had him for like first or second period, you could like show up late, and he would let you in the school, and you just you hook him up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. B. That dude, most intense vice grip hands I've ever seen. Like the dude had basically like nubs for fingers. I guarantee you, he could rip your collarbone out of your body. Like he was a legitimate, like hard-nosed, old school dude. But yet he was still teaching kids, and he did it like the dude would cuss at you from time to time.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
But no one got offended by it. You know what I mean? Like everybody understood. Like he was treating you like a man. And that was like the class you went to be a man, or like, whatever you wanted to do. And great dude. I loved the guy. But you could get into school. All you had to do was like bring him an egg McMuffin or something, or a hash brown or what, or you could leave during his class if you like didn't have anything to work on or whatever. And then, I don't know. But that was our way around exactly what you were saying. Because they shut the doors, and then you have to, get in. But yeah, the elementary school is fantastic. They have like a officer there, and you can't just walk in, so that's cool. Because the school she's at is actually pretty tiny. I think it might be the smallest one. They just built a brand new one and consolidated 2 other ones in our area. But yeah, I had to take my fucking kid's soap to school today. That was part of my daily event. fucking lady. She's like, I've never heard of that before. She's like, this doesn't happen. Or she's like, soap? I'm like, yeah, soap, I promise. It's, she needs to wash her hands. She's wearing a mask, I bet, because everybody's sick, like that fucking man. Everybody, the kids in school, ooh, it's wild. It is absolutely wild. How much, like, just being in groups of little children spread germs.
Oh.
It's like a germnasium.
Yeah, definitely a lot more sick days during the school year.
Yeah. Yeah, I read the handbook. I don't know why, but I did, and I don't remember all of it. I'd have to read it again. But it did say something like your kid can miss like 10 days, like not excused before they like actually get in trouble. That's wild.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Before they get like expelled. I'm like, so you would let a kid go missing for like 10 days, like in a row?
Yeah, legit.
Before you were like, hey, where's Timmy? Or do they like call every day?
That's what the rule was when I was in high school. 10 days per semester.
I didn't remember because we weren't allowed to miss any time for fucking sports. Because if you missed practice, then you had to make up practice, and if you were late to school on game days of any sport, if you were tardy on a game day, they were supposed to like suspend you for a quarter, or like a baseball would be bad, I guess, because they'd like not start you, so you weren't gonna play that day. But I don't know, we always had to go to school. That's why we had Mr. Burkhart. Shout out to Mr. Burkhart. We wanted to fuck around. We was like, hey man, I got this McMuffin, and I really don't want to have to be here till the afternoon. Because I don't know how school was for you, but when I went, we only had 4 classes a day.
Yeah, block schedule. Okay, we did 7 hours.
Yeah, we did 4 classes.
Yeah.
So like, we had like 2 classes and then lunch, and then if you had Burkhart at the end of the day, see you later. But if you did, like, that wasn't an everyday thing. Like, he'd make you, even if you didn't have shit to do, he'd find something for you to do. He's a good dude.
Our school had that. Like, I went to a tech school, and we had auto and all that stuff. But if you didn't have anything in the afternoon, they let you go to work. Like, sure. as long as you could prove you worked somewhere, they were like, right after lunch, you can go.
Yep.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. We had programs like that, but it wasn't like like you had to like find out about it, but they were there. You just had to know. They got rid of we had wood shop too, and the teacher had a stroke, I believe, and passed away. And then his substitute dude actually cut 2 of his fingers off in class on a table saw. And he was a wrestling coach. He's like a legend. He just recently passed away. He's like a very big member of the community. Shout out to Mr. Balish. But he actually fucking had an accident in the table saw and cut his hand off, 2 of his fingers on his hand off, and they had to shut down the wood shop after that. They got rid of wood shop and auto shop, and we didn't have metal shop by the time I got to high school, so
no.
It wasn't great. But then now it's all engineering and all this shit. No more hands-on. Get behind this computer and design something. Because that's what I was gonna do in high school. I got accepted into a really good engineering school, and I wanted to play baseball instead. And that school wouldn't offer me more than like a preferred walk-on status. So I was like, nah. Pev's got the white noise going on over there.
Yeah. Oakland is playing Washington right now. Do you think that's the least watched game of the year?
No, but it's got to be amongst the bottom. It's a barn burner too. Look at that, 10-6.
10-6.
Ooh, it's a good game. We got the scoreboard on here. Cubs are losing to the Blue Jays. Imagine that. The Dodgers are just on top of the Mets right now, 4-3. Mariners all over the Tigers, 9-3 in the 9th. Rockies
Look
up
at
on
Colorado
the Braves right now, 3-2.
Hold on to it. So tight.
Praying for the trumpets. Yeah, we all want the trumpets tonight. It's the trumpet night, right?
Yeah, it's trumpet night. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's the end of the 8th, so it's not gonna happen. They'll have to walk off. If they tie it and they go to like extras, have they
You know what
pitched
though?
Diaz in extras?
Well, did they pitch Diaz in the 8th? Is my question. He does that sometimes.
Well, they're losing. I don't know why they would, unless they
Oh.
really wanted the trumpet man
No.
to play.
You
Yeah,
guys know all of your top prospects in the minors right now? Are you familiar?
Yeah, well, I know all the Mets.
Here's something for you. This year in minor league baseball, just one hitter with at least 350 plate appearances has an ISO above 285 and a strikeout rate below 20%. Just one. Can you guess who it is?
Matt Mervis.
No way, is it?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Wow.
Matt Mervis. Let's
Dude.
go.
Dude,
That's
this
so
guy
good, too.
Nobody
It's
knows about Matt Mervis. Let's go.
ridiculous.
I
Like
heart Mervis. Where's he at?
dude, I wish people would go back and watch like our fucking video because we were on this guy really early, and
Oh,
now
yeah.
like it's all anybody in Chicago can talk about. It's Matt Mervis. Now the fucking marquee network and everywhere is starting to push him and they're starting to talk about him. And it's like we've been on this fucking year. What was I muted?
No, you're good. I just tried to make it stop.
It's
What is that?
I can't hear it. So
It's just static.
all right, hang on.
Why do you have static? Pav's got good internet now. I don't know what. Oh, he's fucking blowing a fan right
What
into
is
his
that? Is that
microphone
a
and shit.
fan?
Who knows? Who knows what this guy's doing?
Oh,
but yeah,
Pav.
we had a perfectly good Matt Mervis clip, and he ruins it with his nonsense.
For real though, that I didn't know if he's not like
He's
strikeout
amazing.
percentage
He's
is
gone
a
from
big deal.
he's gone from high A all the way to triple A this year, and he's just crushing it. Just absolutely crushing it. Let's see where he's at. Matt Mervis, and he doesn't have any Bowman cards yet. He was a 2020 draftee. He was actually undrafted because that was the 5-round draft year. So like he wasn't like he was the toppest of top prospects. He's just come in and just played, baby.
He's a big boy too, huh?
He's all year he's hitting 310 with 27 home runs and 100 RBIs across all levels. No, you're still staticky.
Fucking motherfucker.
Why don't you, Pav, leave the thing and come back in?
All right.
He sighs about it, but yeah, Matt's absolutely crushed it, dude. It's wild because like since he doesn't have a Bowman card, the hobby doesn't know about him. But you know, Pav and I, the low levels of the Cubs system has just had a ton of talent. So we've been watching him. Like I've been to South Bend a few times this year because it's a better product than what Wrigley's putting out for what you got to pay. Like it's bad. Like and I'm not trying to trash the Cubs and anything like that, but it sucks that the Cubs aren't even selling out their stadium. You can buy tickets on game day, but you can go to the secondary websites and buy better seats for less money. You know what I mean? So like the Cubs are just they haven't lowered their prices to what reality is, and the people that didn't get burned on buying the tickets for the prices aren't buying them now. It sucks, but
Why aren't they bringing these kids up though? Like,
Mervis isn't even on the 40-man roster.
okay, yeah.
So
That's
they
He
have
was an undrafted free agent.
well, that's because the 2020 draft only had 5 rounds, or otherwise
Yeah.
he was getting drafted.
But they like when they talk about him, they're like, we were looking at him in the 4th and 5th round, but you didn't draft him in the 4th or 5th round. So like, obviously you fucking got lucky if you thought he was a 4th or 5th rounder and nobody drafted him. But he did go to Duke, so I mean, traditionally, who's watching Duke and saying, okay, there's a baseball school.
Yeah, but he's 24. He's 6'4", 225. Just crushes.
He was like a relief pitcher too, or something in college.
Big fan of this kid.
Yeah,
Just a big fan. The biggest
Yeah.
of fans.
dude, Cubs fans are gonna be really happy because it's just like getting
Yeah.
Rizzo back, right?
In
And a big
April,
6'4" guy, fucking left-handed.
he started in April at South Bend at High A. May 17th, he gets sent to Tennessee Double A, and July 22nd, he gets sent to Tennessee. So he's been in Triple A for a month now, and he's hitting 293 there with 6 home runs and 20 RBIs with a
Right.
366 on base.
And
Like
he
he's still
started slow in AAA.
yeah, and he did get off to a slow start, but yeah, he hit 350 at South Bend, 300 at Double A, 290. I mean, this fucking kid can hit. He's gonna be 25 next year. Bring him up. Let's smash. Matt Mervis legitimately needs to have a fair chance to win the first base job in spring training. He needs a shot. I don't care if you bring in a veteran. He deserves the opportunity just based on what he's done this year. All the talent, all the hyped up top 100 prospects the Cubs are getting, all these young kids that are going to turn into top 100 prospects, and the best guy in the system is Matt Mervis. I mean, come on. The guy deserves a shot. Don't fuck with him.
Yeah,
Don't.
he's not even ranked in the top 100 prospects in MLB.
No.
He's ranked 21 on theirs. That's insane.
Yeah, nobody talks about this kid.
Well, I think when they update the list at the beginning of next season, the Cubs are going to have a lot of new names on there that people haven't seen yet.
Yeah, they said Brennan Davis hit like under 200 on his South Bend rehab stint. They just sent him back to
he hit a
AAA
home run.
today.
Yeah, he hit a home run today.
Nice.
Yeah, he was 1 for 3.
Yeah, Matt Mervis. And what you're saying, he's basically hit one of the best minor league hitters right now, based on whatever random made up stat you had with isometric views and fucking home runs per 6 capital
Dude,
swings.
Look
I don't even know
at
what a capital
so
swing
here, all
is.
right,
It's crazy.
All right, here you go. Matt Mervis's strikeout percentage in April 21.5. In May, he got promoted to Double A May 18th, 28.3. In June, 19.3. He got promoted July
Can't
22nd,
keep up.
July 15.9%, August 12.1%. So I mean his strikeout percentage is steadily going down as he moves up
Because he's seeing more consistent pitching.
Right.
He's a fucking hitter.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this data.
Yeah.
I'm going
all of a sudden I'm seeing more pitches in the zone. Good for me.
Yeah, exactly. Or I have such a good command of the strike zone that now the umpires are more consistent with the pitching being a little bit more consistent, and I'm not striking out now. That's
a nice thing too is like if you watch him, he's not just hitting fastballs out. He's not just hitting hangers out. He's hitting good breaking balls, and he's hitting fastballs in the upper 90s. He's hitting everything.
Professional hitter.
It's gonna be nice. Like you watch him swing the fucking bat.
You hear that?
Yeah.
You hear that? He said Pete Alonso. Who he said it's gonna be nice. Ooh.
Dude, I called Pete Alonso, dude.
Hey,
fucking
Pav was on Pete Alonso from like day -10.
Yeah, dude. I was buying
the first time I ever heard Pete Alonso's name was out of Pav's mouth.
I was buying up his Bowman was nothing. His shit was so fucking cheap, dude. I was buying it like crazy. I'm like, this is the fucking guy. How are people sleeping on this motherfucker? Like, he led the minors in home runs. And it's like, why are you sleeping on this fucking guy? And then he made it because everybody's like, oh, they got Dominic Smith, and that was their thing. Oh, they got Dominic Smith. So then fucking spring training comes, and Pete Alonso's just like, okay, I'm just gonna hit a whole bunch of fucking home runs. So try to keep me off the team. Dominic Smith what? So he won the job out of spring training and then proceeded to break the rookie record for fucking home runs. And it was like, dude, I sold that shit so fast.
And he wasn't talked about that much, like from the Mets fan standpoint. He really wasn't.
Nope, and he did more than Judge did. I mean, he broke Judge's rookie home run record, and the world went nuts and thought Judge should have won MVP in 17 and all of that. And I mean, I think he probably should have too, especially knowing what we know now. That's the year Altuve won, and that's the trash can year. So Alonso hit more his rookie year than Judge did, and the people thought Judge should have won MVP, and then Pete does it, and nobody talks about it. It's the same fucking city.
Yeah.
Pete
Oh,
Alonso's a good baseball player too, dude.
He is. And this year especially, like he's been a completely different hitter.
yeah, he's
It's
actually
like
hitting for average as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
going
this
the
is
other way.
fantastic.
He's been a lot better.
A
Maturing.
350 on base, an 880 career OPS. I mean, that's what you like.
Mentioning
He's not MVP, right? But he is a very good everyday
Yep.
fucking baseball player. Like if he's on your team, he's playing every day. He's one
so
of your
here's
stars.
here's another guy, right? So we talked about Marvis a little bit, and just because of what Kenny said in the chat,
Yeah.
he's another guy that should have an opportunity for a job out of spring training. Because you know what you're getting with him. You're getting the power. We need the power bat. He's not gonna hit 300, but he can hit 240 to 260 and hit you 30 home runs in the big leagues. He legitimately could do that. I don't know how great his defense is, but I think he gets a corner outfield spot. Him and Suzuki, and then you figure out what you want to do with Hap. You know,
Fuck.
because Hap, I mean, I'm sure. Here's the crazy thing, and I don't know why they ever went away from it, but now it's probably like there's no going back. But Hap even used to play second base,
Yeah.
and like I know you have Horner and Madrigal, but I don't know how many light hitting bats you're gonna keep in the lineup because Hap's lost all his pop. I mean, his job. We've already talked about this before, and I don't hate Hap. I really like him. I actually have a pretty good collection of Ian Happ cards. But as his strikeout rate has gone down, so has his power by a large margin. I don't need metrics to even tell you that. It's just blatantly obvious. So yeah, he's hitting for better average. But now there's like, how many home runs does he have this year? Maybe 15.
He has 15. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, he's not going to hit 20. I mean, he might, I guess. But we need a couple bats, man. But Madrigal and Horner aren't going to hit any. I think Horner has 9. I saw him hit one against the Brewers over the weekend. Madrigal's not going to do it. We don't have a first baseman. That's why Mervis needs the opportunity. I mean, you got Frank the Stank. Can we just call that a day? He's a nice guy, but that's not. There's nothing.
Horner has 8 home runs, hitting 291.
PJ Higgins has been pretty nice this year, but I don't know. I think you just keep him as a backup. I'm only saying that because he's played a little bit of first base, but he's old and nobody's heard of him until this year. That's why Mervis needs that shot, and then Canario too. And
The Crow.
you got
What about
Suzuki.
PCA?
He's still young. He's still what's he in Double A now though? He isn't, or is he still at High A?
He's still a high A.
Yeah, he's still in High A, so he's gonna.
Yeah, he started in low A this year. He's really young. The Cubs. That's the
Yeah.
problem. Is that
Casey.
It's just tough because you got a lot of young talent, and they're still a few years away. So it's like even if we bring Mervis up and he's fucking good and he plays all-star level baseball, the rest of the team fucking sucks. So it's just gonna be
That's not true because it's gonna be we're gonna have a new year next year. We get a new start, Pav. We're gonna spend some money. Oh, hey, holy shit, dude! Did you hear about it? Because I didn't hear about this till the other day, and I don't know who started it or where it came from. But you hear this fucking Ohtani to the Cubs shit in the offseason? You hear this? Have you heard this?
No.
You haven't heard? None of you guys have heard this? Go fucking Google it right now. It's gonna blow up like every news feed. I don't know who started it. The rumor is Ohtani to the Cubs in the offseason via trade. I don't know who started that or why, but I don't think I would complain. And then we started talking about it during the break today. So if the Cubs got Ohtani, I would like for him to sign an extension previous to giving up whatever resources we would need to give up to do so. But here's what comes into play. So, excuse me, I assume this guy's going to want $50 million a year. At least $25 million as a pitcher, $25 million as a hitter. Would we see a special contract where, say, if he's hurt, he only gets half of the money, or a percentage of the money? Like if he's not doing both things for us, he's only getting paid at this rate. That'd be interesting. It's interesting how it could be because I don't think any team is going to give up double the salary, where if you get injured, you lose both things that you're paying for. So I don't. It's going to be really interesting to see how a contract in today's era goes for a man of that fucking caliber. Because every time I want to say, oh man, maybe he's just average, he's so good. Otani's so good. And he's not going to hit 500 home runs. He's not going to be that elite for that long. He came over here at 27 or something. So how old is Otani now? 29, 30 maybe?
He's 20, 28,
Oh, he's
29.
only 28, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got, we got a lot of Otani left. Let's go. Yeah, so if the Cubs could snake him, you Google that, Pav?
Pete Crow Armstrong, Nick Madrigal, Caleb Killian, Miguel Maya for Otani.
Oh wow.
Is
I didn't
one,
even look at the hypotheticals. But where did this come from? Oh,
This
Kenny says John Morosi went on some show and said that he wouldn't be surprised if Otani gets traded to the Cubs. In quotes.
dude.
I could put it on the screen for you. Who exactly is John Morosi? I can't picture his face. I know who that is. I'll look it up. I don't even know why I say it out loud. I'll just Google it. Yeah, right. He's a Fox guy, right? Oh, he's on the MLB Network now. Reporter for Fox Sports and Fox Sports 1. Yeah. MLB Network guy. Okay. Well, I don't know who the fuck he is to say that. What does he know?
There's no way they bring both of him and Trout back, right? Like next year, one of them is going to be gone, and it wouldn't be Trout.
Well, see, I don't even know what they're gonna do, because they talked about they're gonna start looking at trading the team potentially. So how much are they gonna be worried about baseball operations? So I would assume they might trade Otani, or would a potential buyer like, we'll buy your Angels if we have Otani? Fuck. How much money is he worth? Like, could he affect the sale of a franchise? Is he worth that type of money? Is he like a 10-year, $600 million guy? Like, is he that type of dude? It's gonna be nuts, man. What's Scherzer making right now? What if he demands like Scherzer type money as a pitcher and
Scherzer
wants
makes
money?
Is he making
43.
40? Yeah, 43, right?
So what if he
Yeah,
what if Otani
and
wants
it's
80
split.
million fucking dollars? What if? Like what if he says, I want 40 million for the 40 home runs I'm gonna hit, and I want 40 million for the fucking 200 strikeouts, 300, you know what I mean? Like, what happens? Does a team pay that? How do you agree to that? You can't guarantee all that money.
No.
For a single human. Like, that would be more salary than half the teams in the fucking league.
It would have to be like a team that has young talent that's not. I can't even think of a team that would be
The
there.
Cubs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Except they'd have to trade all that young talent to get him.
Not all of it.
Oof.
I want keep Marvis. He's ready. I want Marvis.
Okay, I will. Every trade, potential trade I see includes Pete Crow Armstrong. I'm sure he'd be
He's got to go then.
centerpiece.
Whatever.
For them.
We got him for free.
Yeah.
I guess it is
You know what I
equivalent to. Hey, we'll trade you Javi Baez for
Yes.
Shohei Ohtani.
Oh,
Exactly.
wow.
That's exactly what it is. I'm doing that. I'm sorry. I'm doing it.
I was not happy about that.
That's why the Mets wouldn't fuck with us this year when it came to Happ and Wilson. They said the Cubs asking prices way too high. Like, yeah, because y'all got burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, but they didn't. But the thing is like they came out and said we didn't know Pete Crow Armstrong was that good, and the Cubs came out and said we didn't know Pete Crow Armstrong was that good. So
Pete Crow come out and he was like, I knew I was that good.
Dominic Smith trained with him in the offseason, and he said this kid is the real deal. And I remember reading the article, and I was like, "Oh, we got something going on here." Yeah, 2 months later, or 3 months later, he's shipped out for Javi.
Let's go.
What's his batting average now? I got to see.
Oh, it's better.
Bad.
I was actually just making jokes yesterday on Twitter.
It's still bad.
It's better. That's
225.
like 225. Yeah, it's better though.
It's
He was
better.
196 at one point,
On
Yeah.
base 269.
killing it.
I mean, come on.
Wow. 6 years, $140 million.
Yeah, Javi, I got my GM fired by us. I think that's what I said. Oh,
He's
boy,
making
Leo.
$20 million this year. That's fucking rough, dude.
it's $1 million for every 10 points of batting average.
Mm.
That's nuts, man. That's so bad. Little's ERA is 40.5. Pav. Ooh, Romano got me a save in fantasy though. Take that.
I got him too.
Romano's a stud. I drafted Romano, believe it or not. I took him late, going, I hope he gets a shot.
Oh yeah.
I took him late.
The Mets lost. That's one. One to the Doyers. My fantasy team right now is 16 or 17-3.
My fucking team's
Ours
terrible.
is like a cumulative standing. It's not like weekly. I don't know what my team is weekly, to be honest with you. I don't even know how to look that up.
Did you do fantasy football this year or no?
I'm in a dynasty league, and that's all I do. So I've just been in that forever because it's like IDP and all of that.
Yeah. I just drafted my first one a couple nights ago. Dynasty, and it was a salary draft, which I think I've done one other one time.
I've
It
never
was
done one.
rough.
Yeah, I've never done
Everyone blows their load within the first like 3 picks, and I was one of those idiots. I was trying to bid someone up. I got Jonathan Taylor right off the bat, and then I was trying to bid someone up on Mixon, and I ended up paying like 40 something. You get $200. I paid 40 for him, so I blew up 200. I blew up half my salary on 2 running backs just right at the beginning.
Nice.
So it sucked. And then I waited till the end and just stole people. I mean,
How about Javier Assad?
I haven't actually seen him. I know he's pitched twice, but I haven't actually seen him pitch.
Dude, that's pretty funny. That's one of those things. Again, what a find. They fucking signed him out of Mexico. He was in the Mexican League.
Nice.
And so far, he hasn't given up a run in the majors. It's 2 starts, 9 innings, but
still.
Yeah, I guess he's got command issues, but I don't know.
That's their biggest fucking problem with everybody.
Yeah.
That's DJ Hurst pitched tonight. Gave up 1 run. Pitched 3 1/3, 6 strikeouts, 6 walks.
That's my guy. Love that guy.
Dude, he's gonna be good as long as if he gets that control and knocks down those fucking walks. I think that's obviously a big thing with most young guys. That's why you get a young guy that comes up and doesn't walk people. It's a huge thing, but they have to have that confidence that, hey, I can get these guys out. And I think it's so hard for most of those guys to figure that part of things out.
Sure. I believe
You're playing
believable.
professional baseball. Most of those fielders are pretty fucking good. And most of the fly balls and shit like that are going to be outs. And that's like, I guess growing up, it's not that way. So they get used to having to strike everybody out.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Some of these guys, just been like Killian got a chance and he didn't do very good.
No, same thing. Walked a lot. He's just too many walks.
That Matt Swarmer guy. I mean, they've given a ton of guys a chance. Basically, any pitcher on the 40-man roster has been in the big leagues this year. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Throwing everything at the wall, seeing if anything will stick between that and injuries.
Got to find it somehow. That's what they need. You said it before the season started. They're pitching. You got to have the guys that throw gas. You got to have, the reliable guys.
I need you guys to talk for a minute. I'll be right back.
Have you been obviously you're a Mets guy, so you're watching Mets. Good thing they're fucking winning. They're gonna go to the playoffs.
Yep.
But Justin Steele, so like this has been a guy that they've been they brought him up last year.
Yep.
And the last since All-Star break or something? Let me see. So the second half. So yeah. So since I suppose All-Star break is what they count that as. I don't know if it's 81 games or whatever, but he's 1-1 with a .98 ERA in 7 starts in 36 innings, 47 strikeouts. So like in the beginning of the year, he had 82 innings with 79 strikeouts. So he went from 8.6 strikeouts in 9 to 11.5. So, I mean, a pretty big swing. And he's walking people less. He's going to be an interesting piece for them. If they can figure I don't know, man. They're so fucking far. But I guess you don't have the Hayward contract. How does that work? They still pay him next year? So he's off the team, but they're still paying him 20-something million?
If they cut him or they don't find a trade partner, yeah, I mean they're gonna have to pick up the tab regardless.
Right.
So yeah, I mean you might as well cut the tie. You're gonna pay for it whether you got him or not, and then maybe you can already spend that money this year for next year and get a guy. If I don't know where this Ohtani stuff came from, but if it's true, I'm more interested in what it would cost to re-sign him than it would be to actually trade for him, because I don't want to trade for him unless he signs a deal. Because otherwise, what, you get him for a year?
Yeah.
No thanks. We're not a team that's there for a year. We're not. You need him to even think about putting some more pieces together.
I wonder how much he wants yearly, what term wise. Do you think he tries for 10, or do you think he's gonna go do an 6 to 8 year deal, just based off? I don't know. Who knows if he wants to stay over here? You know what I mean? Maybe he wants to finish up over there.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
That could change everything, especially for the Cubs. I mean, if you look at that and you're like, all right, he ended up signing 7 years. That's perfect.
Oof.
Yeah, no, I would sign him for 7 years.
Yeah.
What's the maximum you'd give him on a 7-year deal? 280 million, 40 a year.
That's what I'm saying. I would pay him up to probably whatever he wants, but it would have to be under the stipulation that you better fucking be doing both. If you're not pitching, then I'm not paying you whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I would give him 2 contracts, or a hitting contract and a pitching contract, or something of the sort. It's gonna be unique, dude, because he's gonna get unprecedented amount of money. I think that's why some sort of common sense has to come into play. Where, hey, sure, if you can truly pitch and hit this many innings, this many at bats, or whatever it is, if you can really do that, we'll pay you more money than anyone's ever made before, because clearly you're doing something fucking otherworldly. It's really incredible when you think about it. It's nuts. He might not be the exact best hitter in the league or the best pitcher, but he's in the elite category on both things. So not only can he do both, it's one thing just to be able to do both. He does them both at an insanely high level. So I don't know how that, he could ask for whatever Scherzer's asking, whoever the highest paid guy is, he could ask for that money times 2. And I don't think you laugh him out of the building when he does it. I mean, it sounds outrageous, but that's how you put into perspective what he's actually doing. It's outrageous.
It's gonna be. It's tough. It's really tough because at the same time, if he gets injured, you essentially lose two players, right?
Yeah.
You lose a pitcher and a fucking hitter.
Unless it's just the pitching part, because when he blew the elbow out in 18, he continued to DH the rest of the year.
Oof.
That's how he won Rookie of the Year.
It's just,
And then he missed 19 because he was doing the surgery for a while, and then he came back and started hitting later in the year, I believe, in 19, and then 2020 was fucked up. So since he's been here since 2018, really, last year was the first full season we've even had of him, and this is the second. In the first full season last year, he was amazing until the All-Star break, and then he did everything at the All-Star festivities. The home run derby, started the All-Star game, took no time to rest or recover, and then had a slower second half. But I mean, still did well. But he slowed down considerably in the second half. And then this is really only his second year of being healthy, doing both things. So, let's go.
You want to hear something even crazier? Is that so for Scherzer, the Mets are paying him 43.3.
yeah.
The Nationals are still paying him 15 on top of that. So he's making 58 mil altogether between the two franchises.
Oh, wow.
And Washington pays through 2027, it looks like. Is that real? That's insane.
Yeah, that is wild.
How long is he going to stay in the league?
He's a freak. I don't know. You're going to have to force him out.
Yeah, and like Verlander too. I mean, some of his like why are pitchers, why do the arms hold up better than like coordination to hit a baseball, or like cognitive? Like I guess that does make sense. Your eyes are so, you don't need your eyes as much to pitch as you need them to hit. And I would assume your eyes are the reason you lose your ability to hit at an extremely high level. I would have to think eyesight plays a part in it, because I already noticed things with my eyesight at 32 that I never noticed before, ever. And I don't feel like it incapacitates me in any way day-to-day life, but for people that don't know, like, hitting a baseball, holy shit, you're not even processing it where it's at when you hit it. You know what I mean? It goes that fast. Like, you're making like an educated guess based on a few very quick things that you see, and your brain fires some signals off before you probably even think them out, and you swing and something happens. Something doesn't happen. So I don't know, like I see a little spot every now and then in my eye, like a little black spot. Huh. Like when it first started happening, I would do this, like something was, like I thought something was right in front of my face and it wasn't. I'm like, oh shit. And I touched it one day, like where I thought the spot was with my finger. I moved it over there. I'm like, holy shit. All right. Like, I'm getting old. I think that was shortly after I found my first gray hair. And now with my two beautiful children, I'm so gray. It's wild. My wife was cutting my hair, and I was watching all the gray hairs come out. I'm like, man, my hair's really gray. She's like, no, it's just really light. She's like, your hair's really light brown. She goes, but your beard. She's like, there's some gray. She's like, that thing's gray. I'm like, damn, woman.
You think Verlander tries to stay in the league long enough to get to 300 wins?
I think we've talked about this before. Where's he at?
242.
No. How old is he?
39.
No fucking way. How many games has he won this year?
16.
Okay. I'm like,
yeah, he leads the majors in wins.
Yeah.
He leads the majors in ERA.
Yeah, but
but he leads the majors in fucking whip, dude.
That doesn't
he's
mean
39.
Shit to me. He's 39.
I'm just saying.
So he's 39. The problem with him is he's a power pitcher.
So was Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, but
Nolan Ryan, his last pitch, he threw 96.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
we know. But
he doesn't throw as hard as Nolan Ryan.
Okay, so when did Nolan Ryan retire? Exactly my point. He doesn't throw as hard as Nolan Ryan.
When he was 46.
Okay, so that means Verlander has 7 years where he has to win 20 games. And that's still not enough.
7 years to win 20 games? What do you mean?
20 games a year. You said he has how many wins?
242. He needs 58.
Oh, I thought you said 142.
No,
I'm like,
242.
oh, yeah, he could do it. He could
He
do
could
it. I don't know if it's
5
up
more
to him.
years.
Yeah, not
Stay in
even.
the league 5 more years.
He could probably get it in 5 years, but I don't think it'll take that long. Take him 3 more years, so get it.
If he gets in 3 years, though, he's going to keep playing, right? If you win 58 fucking games in 3 years, you're coming back.
He's going to win a few more games this year. But
he's going to win the fucking Cy Young.
Yeah. Well, oh, yeah, he just went on the injured list, though, right?
Yeah, he's on 15-day.
He's old, man. I don't know if his body's going to hold up. He's just
he
old.
could win the Cy Young now with his stats that he has right now.
What about Cease? What's Cease doing in the Cy Young department? Where are we at with pitchers? We're on to the stats part of the episode.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it in a while.
Me either.
It's pretty fucking...
I wanted Cease to scorch the earth after he got stubbed from the All-Star game. He's at a 2.27.
Garbage.
He's got 190 strikeouts. He's leading the league in strikeouts or no? Garrett Cole has 200. Corbin Burns has 195. So he's second in the American League behind Cole. Ceases. But McClanahan got hurt today, I think.
Yeah, late scratch I saw on the thing.
Yeah. Something's up with McClanahan. He was supposed to pitch today.
He was having a really good year.
Yeah. Sandy's still having a great year for the Marlins.
Yep.
He's up to 185 innings pitched. He's got 4 complete games now.
Is he going to be the new fucking King Felix?
Nola has 2 and Valdez has 2. And
he's going to Sandy Alcantara, the new King Felix.
There's only been 21 people to even throw a complete game in all of baseball this year. That's ridiculous. It's crazy. But yeah, he might be. Who knows? His whip's still .98. I mean, he's doing it.
Dude, Verlander's going to win the Cy Young.
He's going to.
I don't know. How many starts can he miss?
He can miss the rest of the year. He'll still win it.
He'll still qualify?
Oh, yeah.
No, he's got to pitch. He's got to pitch 9.1 more. Or no. I'm sorry. He's got to pitch 10.1 more innings.
I think he'll do it. He'll be back.
Yeah.
And pitch
He's at 152, and you have to pitch 1 inning per game played.
Okay.
That's the qualifying rules for starters. Because remember when I said in how many years with how they're treating these pitchers are we going to be at the point where nobody's even going to qualify under the specific qualifications? Because if you look at this, we can actually look this up. We've done it before. How do we check that out? So any league leader thing, you look for for 2021 pitching. Last year. There's only 39 pitchers that pitched enough innings to qualify for the league leader. In all of baseball, only 39 pitchers. That's not even 2 pitchers per team qualify for the season league leaders for pitchers because they don't meet the qualifier. In 2020, it was 40, but obviously 2020 was a different type of year. In 2019, we had 61 pitchers, so that is 2 per team. In 2018, I mean, you see a trend of it just disappearing. 57 in 18. In 17, it was 58. In 16, we're at 74. If you go to 15, you have Willott, 78. So, I mean, you can see. And then the last full year was last year. And we only had 39. It's a trend. I wonder how many are on it this year right now. As it stands right now, there is 52 on this year's list. But that's going to change too if those guys don't get to the innings.
Did Gonsolin make the innings yet?
Nope. He's only at 128.
He's hurt too.
Yep. Yeah, so Sandy's already there for the year. Sandy, Aaron Nola, Michaelis, Framber, Valdez, Wainwright, and Logan Webb. And Logan Webb's pitching right now. Those are the only 6 guys that are at the limit right now.
Aaron Nola's having a good year. Nobody even pays attention because he's playing for the Phillies.
He's been a good pitcher his whole career, really. He's been just an above average guy, under the radar dude.
9-10, dude. That's rough.
Yep.
That's where you go to your.
He got
Your
Cy Young votes 1 year. He was a Cy Young guy.
Third in voting in 2018.
1 year they were
Yeah,
really. That was
it was close, right? That was DeGrom, him, and there was someone else in there.
Oh, hey, the Mets guy's here. It was DeGrom.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, DeGrom, Scherzer, Nola,
Yep.
and then Kyle Freeland.
Yeah, Kyle Freeland fell off the face of the fucking earth.
That happens, dude.
So did Herman Marquez, who's actually a qualifier for the Rockies. His ERA is like 5, but he was an all-star last year. He's just eating innings now and getting smacked around in Colorado.
He shut us out 2 nights ago. He looked like the old self.
Yeah,
again.
It was his first. You're right.
Yeah.
This is like his first good start all year. I think he's had like 2 good starts all year.
He looked good.
That's hilarious. Sorry. At least you got trumpets.
That's right. They didn't play him tonight. They said they played something else. The guy came in and played something else instead of the trumpets.
Wow. Fuck.
I don't know what.
I'd have booed.
Take me out to the ball game. I guarantee you.
Take me out to get off the field, stupid. That's not why you're here. Play the song. Dance, monkey. I literally considered for 5 minutes buying a ticket to that game. Because they said that was going to be a thing and going out there for that one game. Because tickets weren't that expensive. But then you got to travel and all that. Like, fuck it, I want to go see the trumpet guy. I want to see this thing. That's the coolest thing going in baseball. I want to see it. And no, you watch it on the TV is not nearly the same as experiencing any type of thing like that. You got to be there for the experience. I've been to enough sporting events, but I know something badass when I see it. I feel like when you see the way the crowd responds to things, like, that's an environment you want to hang out in. They're having fun. I want to do that. It's fun. Fucking trumpets and cameras and oh yeah, then the Orioles, the fucking imposters over there in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I saw that shit. I'm like, man, I hope they don't do anything the rest of the I got a lot of Oriole friends. I'm like, it's terrible. What are they doing?
You guys,
they traded their closer just so they could get an entrance. You know, they traded Jorge Lopez to the
oh my gosh,
to the Twins just so they could bring in a new guy with a video.
That franchise, I'll tell you what.
Oh man,
you'd think they're going to be amazing when all this young talent they got coming up.
Adley Rutschman, holy cow,
he's so good.
Adley Rutschman, surprise of the year, man. Hey, Adley Rutschman could be the rookie of the year, Pav.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Julio hasn't been doing much lately, right? I know he's got 20.
He's been banged up a little bit.
20.
Adley Rutschman's not going to be fucking rookie of the year.
He's a stud.
He's not going to be rookie of the year, though. You think 276 at bats? He's only played 79 games.
He doesn't qualify, right? Yeah, but he has a ton of walks. How many walks does he have?
45 walks. 363 on base. 805 OPS.
He's been good. That would be fourth amongst qualifying catchers in all of baseball. There's only 6 catchers that qualify for the league. That's the other thing about the batting. You have to have 3.1 plate appearances per game played. No catchers qualify for that shit. No catchers catch that many games anymore. It's Will Smith, Wilson Contreras, Alejandro Kirk, Real Muto, Keibert Ruiz, and Sean Murphy. That's it. And they're all pretty good. I mean, I would take any one of those guys offensively on my team, except maybe Keibert. He doesn't have the same eye as everyone. They're all like within 10 to 20 points of each other in slugging. Everyone but Keibert. That's wild. Will Smith and Wilson are both the same.
So, okay. All right.
Okay.
What about Stephen Kwan?
What about him?
He's a rookie.
What about him?
He's hitting 298.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any power. It doesn't
No,
he doesn't steal any bases either, right? Like he doesn't. I don't think
he
he's
has
fast.
he has 12 stolen bases.
Oh, that's respectable.
He has a 372 on base. Right now, rookie WAR leaders. It's Julio Rodriguez, number 1, Steven Kwan, number 2, Michael Harris, number 3. So it's mixed leagues. Adley Rutschman, number 4.
Yeah, that's
In
just
half the season.
Yeah, that's just a playing time thing, though. I think.
Jeremy Pena, Brandon Donovan. I think Harris obviously wins for the NL, huh?
I don't know.
Who were the WAR
Stri-
leaders in?
Spencer Strider's
Yeah.
so fucking good, dude.
Oh, right. It's not including pitchers.
Right. I know. I'm like, but as a hitter, I don't know because how far is Morel behind Mike Harris?
Spencer Strider's 3.2 WAR.
What's Mike Harris's?
I think he was at 4. He's 4.0.
Strider's legit, man. I like that kid.
Felix Bautista.
Yeah, the
Do you know who that is? Yeah.
Orioles closer. So
Holy fuck, dude.
He has the not as good entrance. Have you seen his closer entrance?
No,
the
he's
wire,
good though,
whatever it is, whatever that nonsense is. They
haven't
like
seen it.
they like give you a seizure right there on the field. They fucking do all the lights and fucking oh my gosh.
When did they make him closer?
After they traded Lopez at the deadline.
He's 27. Well, I mean he's 26, but he'll be 27 pretty quick here. But that dude's fucking good, huh? Yikes. They're a funny team. They probably won't even try to win next year.
What about O'Neal Cruz? He's not going to win Rookie of the Year, but he has the hardest hit StatCast ball ever. That's maybe the biggest story in last week, 122.5 or something like that. And then last night, I think he hit 117, and for a homer. The other one was a single off the wall. Put a fucking hole in the wall. It's wild. It's wild, man. They just took too long to same thing with that. He only has 209 at bats. Didn't get he didn't get called up. They held him down for a while. Juan Yepez, same thing, 210 at bats. He was doing pretty good. I think he might still be hurt. Joey Bart hasn't done great, but he hasn't done terrible. 227 as a catcher, young catcher.
Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah, he's mixed results, I think.
Yeah, he's got to be better.
You would like to see him have a little more pop.
Mm-hmm.
That's only a 20. That's maybe not even a 20 home run power season. He hit a bunch right out of the gate too. It seems like. Then he had the thumb injury, and then they shut him down for a while. They wanted to make sure he was right. They're like, hey, we're not winning this year. We're not rushing him back. But I don't know. Does it show his WAR? What's his WAR looking like?
1 point something, 1.3 or something.
Yeah, I mean 333 on base. Stolen 8 bases. I mean, he does a little bit of everything. But like I said, the Cubs need a fucking slugger. They need a guy.
They need a perennial all-star, man.
They need Matt perennial all-star Mervis. I'm calling it. He's gonna be the next guy. That hit. You can't ignore hitting like that, especially when you throw that crazy strikeout numbers and shit at me like that. That tells you that guy's a legitimate hitter. That even when he's hitting into outs and he goes through slumps, he's probably still hitting the ball hard. It's probably more bad luck. Like, that's how you separate these hitters at this level. All these guys can hit. But are they like guess hitters? Can they only hit a certain thing in a certain situation? Do they get fooled a lot, but they can still hit? Like, it seems like Mervis just, he knows what's going on. I don't know. It's one of the most impressive things I've seen in baseball in a while. Now, how many players do make that jump? Like he could arguably, there's a case for him to be in the big leagues right now. Like he's 24, so it's not like he's a baby. But he's gone from high A all the way to Triple A.
Yeah.
And he's been in AAA since July. Like like he did it in a couple months. Like I said,
They should call him up.
Arguably,
really
if it was like the old years of September call-ups and he was on the 40-man, absolutely. I mean, they're not going to. I don't see any way they do it this year.
They get one pitcher, one
but then they have to
one
put
position player.
Then they have to cut somebody to even add them to the roster.
Their fucking 40-man sucks anyway.
But I agree. But I think the issue is they have, and I'm not sure. I'm actually looking into it right now. They have so many guys on the 60-day injured list. Their fucking 40-man is fucked up. Because when you put those guys on the 60-man, you get a free spot. But when they come off of it, you have to cut someone to get them off. So yeah, they have Azalai on the 60-day, Hendricks on the 60-day, Cody Hoyer, Alec Mills, Ethan Roberts. Holy shit, Bradwick. That's 6 pitchers on the 40 or on the 60-day. Hermosillo and Hayward, but we know Hayward's getting cut already. So there you go. So there's 8.
Alec Mills.
I already said that. Yeah.
I would cut him.
Well, yeah, Alec Mills is getting cut too, and I think, but that's 8 guys. So I don't know if they can add someone, or that's 8 guys they're going to have to cut off of this roster that we're looking at right now. Holy cow, nice knowing you.
Oh, so you're saying they have 48 guys on that list right now?
Yeah, they basically have 48 guys on their 40-man because they have 8 guys on the 60-day injured list. Like, they could call up Canario. He's on the 40-man. The only 2 guys that aren't in the big leagues right now as far as outfielders are Narcisco Crook, who was up earlier, and he's not great, and Canario. Then they have Schwindel and Bodie in AAA. And Miguel Amaya as the only other position players on the 40-man. So it's going to be Bodie, Schwindel, Canario, or Crook. So that sucks. They only have
a
few pitchers too.
Dude.
So yeah, their roster is just wrecked right
David
now.
Bodie. He's feeling like he fleeced the fucking Cubs.
Yeah, but he didn't even get a ton, right? It was like 5.25 or something.
5 and 15. Oh, no, you're right. Let's see.
It's like 5 and 24.
It says 5 and 15, but it might have been just an extension.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't much.
Yeah. There's team option for the final 2 years.
Okay, yeah, they're not exercising those.
Not a fucking chance.
He's been pretty booty. He's been David Booty. What happened to Bodie? You know what I mean?
Dude, he hit 1 home run and everybody
he hit 2
thought
home
he was
runs.
fucking...
Nope. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed, though. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
And that was the same.
My God. Oh, my God.
We need him forever. He's a Cubs legend.
He's going to replace Bryant. Remember that was the thing back then. Oh, man.
I don't want to do this right now, Pam.
You fucking love it.
Oh my gosh.
This is what Cubs fans do. That giant World Series drought. You talk about, we should. This is our year.
Oh man, we can't do Cubs talk with Keith anymore.
It's good.
Okay. So what's it like when your owner is like, sure, let me go buy another player? Yeah, we got the money. Fuck yeah, let's get it. And then you don't win.
He never says no.
Right.
The one guy that worked for like Sandy Alderson or something like that, he's like, yeah, the guy never says no. He's like, if you want it, you're getting it. I was like, God damn.
Well, see, and how many times have you won in the last 8 years?
What's going to be great is if the Mets win one before the Yankees win one. Then what? The Yankees people are going to be upset.
Oh, they're going to get
their heads will explode.
Mets fans are out of touch. But Yankees fans, I think, are honestly worse. I really
Yankees
do.
fans are definitely worse.
Yeah,
They remind
100%.
me of like soccer fans with how ridiculous they are if their team loses.
They're gonna shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna shit a brick if they don't re-sign fucking
Judge,
Judge.
who is already not going to resign.
Oh
'cause
my
he
god, dude!
He already told them what he wanted, and they said no person's worth that type
Yeah,
of money.
it's gonna go insane there. And like for them to lose Judge from that lineup, it's gonna hurt bad.
Stanton's a piece of glass.
Oh my god,
He really is.
Salsa Boy is never going to do that again.
Rizzo hits 240.
Leave Rizzo alone.
I
fucking
like
legend.
Rizzo, but he's gonna hit 240 and hit home runs. That's what he's gonna do.
He does. Yeah,
well, you're not gonna have Judge hitting fucking 290 and hitting home runs.
Nobody cares about Judge. Fuck them Yankees. Rizzo should have never signed there. I love that dumbass.
They showed a Mets fan on TV today wearing a Mets Judge jersey. Like they're already thinking.
Hey,
I mean, they do it
got
to
a
piss off
spot.
Yankee fans. But yeah.
Right. That's hilarious, though.
God.
What else we got? We got anything else this fucking week?
College football starting.
Oh yeah.
Let's
Dame,
go.
How about the fucking Northwestern Nebraska game?
I didn't watch it.
You did? Did you see the highlights or anything?
When was that? Saturday?
Dude, they were up 11, and Nebraska fucking.
Oh, I read about that. Yep, and they didn't.
Oh my
get it.
god! Oh, dude,
They lost.
Oh man,
It's fantastic.
it was bad, dude. And everybody's calling for the coach's head. What's his name? Scott Frost or something?
Yeah, Frost. Yep. Week 1, already off with his head. But I guess they were saying he was on thin ice anyway.
Yeah, he hasn't. His record's fucking terrible since going there. And like he was at UCF before that, right? And had a really nice season with UCF. And
yeah, because they got really nice weather down there.
Oh man,
Nebraska. I've been ironically, or I guess it's not ironic, but we meet my wife's family in Nebraska every year in Lincoln. Like around Christmas time, we stay in the same hotel for a couple days. It's like halfway between here and Denver. And drive past there all the time. And we actually had a guy, Giancarlo. He hangs out sometimes. He actually went to the University of Nebraska. There's nothing about that place that's like spectacular. I'm like, hey, dude, like, if there was like a killer food spot, where would it be? He's like, not here.
Find somewhere where they just killed the cow and get the steak.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, they have like steak and whiskey restaurants and stuff. But dude, I'll be honest. I wasn't like, I mean, it's a steak. I mean, I think we're Midwest enough to have decent steak. So,
the really good steaks actually up Northwest. Like they have Wagyu quality. They like to call it Wagyu, but obviously it's not from Japan, right?
Right. The shit, they throw the American word on it. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we're American now. No, you're not.
Yeah.
It's not how this
works.
But
if you look, this weekend it's going to be Ohio State and Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, 7:30.
The fucking game.
Central Time.
That's
prime
the
time.
Game.
And
you look at the rest of the games, and none of them even compare.
Well, it's rare to get a matchup like that. Well, usually
at the beginning of the season,
usually if it happens, it's
5
Notre
versus
Dame,
2
because
5 versus 2.
They did that with Georgia a few years
every
ago.
fucking time.
But the thing is, that's because Notre Dame doesn't play any FCS teams.
That's the fucking thing, dude. Is like everybody gives Notre Dame
They don't play
shit.
the warm-up games.
They don't play the fucking shitty fucking games.
And
they don't do it.
I think in like the last 5 years, they're like 4th or 5th in the nation in total wins, and that's without those cupcake wins, or otherwise they would probably be first or tied for first, I mean, I'm not saying that those other schools that won over those teams wouldn't have beat a shitty D1 team in their place, but, the way they schedule it, they schedule
I hope they fucking win, but
they pay those fucking schools a shit ton of money to travel to their stadium and get an ass whooping. I mean, that's what they do. They're like, hey, come get this ass whooped for $1 million.
It's like that high school game that they had on ESPN.
We'll pay the scholarships for your whole team. Come get this ass whooping.
Oh,
what was that? What was that? Bishop Sycamore.
Yeah. Some made up fucking school.
The fake high school.
Yeah.
That that fucking lied their way into a national TV televised high school game and got destroyed. Like, yeah, we're good. They're like not even a legitimate. Like their players weren't even qualified to play. Like they were all like too old or some shit.
Dude. That's
and they got whooped.
That's ESPN fucking trying to show themselves as a news organization. Real good fucking journalistic integrity there doing your fucking research.
They have nothing but integrity at ESPN. Holy
Jeez. What a mess.
Wasn't that like with that? You guys watch that Manti Te'o documentary? They did the little 2-parter on Netflix.
No,
but that was basically another poke at it because Deadspin's the place that actually broke the story, and that's all they wanted to do was make the mainstream media look stupid. They're like, we got to make ESPN look stupid. That's like our job. So I think they said they were like 11 people, like their entire company, and like 11 employees and some interns. And they figured out they're like the ones that like cracked that all open, and ESPN's just pumping the fuck out of it for who knows weeks and weeks and weeks over the fake death of the fake girl. And they're gonna go out there and run with the story, and they don't even know. Like they can't, that's such a fucking Teo. That poor bastard. He was such a monster. That guy was a savage. One of the best. That team that lost to Alabama, and it honestly makes more sense after all that shit came out. That Notre Dame team that lost to Alabama was the best college football defense I've ever watched. Up until that game. That game, they fucking shit the bed. And yeah, Alabama's incredible. But out of other Notre Dame teams I've seen that have played better games against the same type of skill level, like the Notre Dame team that hung with Georgia, was not that good as that Notre Dame team. And Manti Te'o had a fucking piss poor game in a national championship when it counted. But that team was ridiculous. That defensive line, they had a couple NFL dudes come off of that line. Hampton? No, Hampton was older than that. He played for the Steelers. I'm drawing a blank, but they had like legitimate talent. They're so good. So good.
They
to see them the way they lost to Alabama was horrific.
They always have the problem too is that they they like play an NFL style of football.
Sure. And they send a lot of talent to the NFL.
Most of the guys end up getting drafted,
linemen and tight ends and safeties.
Or they get signed to fucking practice squads if they don't get fucking drafted. But like their style of football is very NFL oriented versus, the college style. So it's not always good for them in terms of winning in the college fucking ranks.
Yeah. Right. No, I agree. You see a lot of different. Some schools are like they run like niche offenses. They run special like offenses that don't get you ready for pro football. So some of those smaller or just some of those bigger schools some of the smaller schools in a big conference, they might do those types of things just to try and get some sort of advantage because they know they're not getting the same talent. But so you get different looks, But like, yeah, I just pulled up. That was the 2012 Irish team, so that was 10 years ago. The most points they gave up all year was 26, and that was a triple overtime game up until the national championship. They gave up 13 points to USC. They gave up 13 points to number 8 Oklahoma when they beat them. I mean, they were beating fucking everybody. They beat 4 ranked teams that year. They beat Michigan State 20-3. They beat Michigan 13-6. I mean, they it's not like they were gifted that game. So that's wild to just fucking.
But that's definitely the game to watch.
Oh yeah. The other game you see, like Alabama's playing Utah State.
Yeah, right.
Oh. They're gonna 11-1, 10-2, 11-1, 10-2. Notre Dame this year.
I have no idea how they're gonna do. The new coach, they already lost a big recruit. That a 5-star guy that decommitted. I have no idea. Freeman took over for the bowl game last year. In the second half of that bowl game, they just fucking fell apart and lost, and that was terrible. I don't know. I don't know. They got Clemson. Clemson is ranked 4 to start the year on the schedule. They start with Ohio State, and then
Don't worry about
USC.
Clemson.
USC might be better this year. They've had some tough times, but historically they're always good. Syracuse too.
You're
USC
gonna
stole
go.
our wideout. They took Jordan Addison on that deal, on where he went over there for NIL or whatever it is.
Yep. Yeah.
You gonna fucking bet this game?
No, fuck no. Absolutely not. What's the line?
17.5.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fucking huge spread, dude.
That just shows you that nobody's really sure about the sports books aren't sure about them.
Oh my god.
The coaches
Is it
must
in
think.
South Bend?
No, it's at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do it just to make you feel like you contributed a little bit. I'll put like
17.5.
Says Notre
Oof.
Dame's All-American lineman Patterson questionable.
It's 3 touchdowns, man.
That's 3 scores. That's a lot. 17.5's a lot.
Yeah.
Not in college, man. Shit gets out of hand
For-
in college quickly.
For big teams like that, I don't know, dude.
Let's see. Hang on. Let's just look. Notre Dame last year, they lost to Oklahoma State. They lost to Cincinnati by 11 last year. That was an embarrassing game, or they would have been in the fucking championship.
They lost to Michigan by 15. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong one.
Yeah. They lost to Clemson by 24 in 2020. So it's been 2 years since they lost a game that bad. Clemson was number 3, and then Alabama beat their ass in the Rose Bowl. But really, see, like Alabama beat them 31-14 in 2020 in a bowl game. That Notre Dame team is not as good as that 2012 team that got whooped 42-14 in the title game. Eddie Lacy fucking ate the entire Irish team. I remember that game vividly. It was awful. Tickets as low as $243 for the Ohio State Notre Dame game this weekend.
You do that to sit on someone's lap, right? I guarantee you there's no room. Right?
Oh yeah, Keith, do you watch college football?
Yeah. I'm a Pitt fan.
Oh, Pitt, you fuck. The old Panthers.
We got the backyard brawl.
How's Pickett doing?
Oh, dude, I've been saying it. Kenny Pickett's the guy.
Oh, they're ranked 17th to start it off, huh?
Yeah, they took the kid from USC, transferred quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What was his name? Kenny? Kyle?
No, it's something weird. It's like Cavan or something. It's something weird.
Did he have another brother? Maybe? I don't know.
He's a goofy looking guy.
West Virginia, Tennessee, Western Michigan, Rhode Island. What the hell kind of conference? The ACC is so goofy now.
It is. But they're finally playing West Virginia backyard brawl again for the first time in forever.
Yeah, all right. Mountaineers and Panthers. Wonder if there's going to be black powder weapons involved in that matchup. You know, does the Panther beat the Mountaineer?
It's in Morgantown, yeah.
Mascot matchup, you know, like in college football, you used to be able to play with the mascot dudes.
Oh, remember that?
Everybody
that was old,
99.
right?
That was ridiculous. Yeah.
That was like NCAA, like 04 or something. I think I remember doing that.
Yeah, you could do that shit. It's hilarious. Yeah, college football gets underway this weekend. That's exciting. I like college football more than the pros.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
But really, not really, because Irish or lose a game, and really being an Irish fan sucks. All you do is listen to people just talk shit about your team every year, and they still win 10 games most years.
I'm one of those guys. I dog Notre Dame, but they're
Oh,
always
shit.
good. They're always good.
They figure it out. I don't know. I'm more curious, I think, this year to see how Kelly does at LSU. So he's just kind of just up and left, man.
It's a dirt ball move, and I hope LSU's garbage. I hope Notre Dame drops Ohio State to start the season, and then I don't want it to be the same garbage it is every single year where it's like, oh, you're a 2-loss team, but you played a harder strength of schedule, so I don't know, because you have 2 losses. Like,
I want to see I don't know why they won't expand the playoffs.
They need to.
And they keep every time it comes up, they're like, "We don't want to." Like, what do you mean you don't want to? Why not? Remove all doubt. Don't even make it 8. I'm talking 16 or better. And if you're gonna have a bunch of people opt out because the NFL and now you have the NIL money, so it's not like they need to play. I don't know. Fucking incentivize the game then. Whoever sponsors the bowl should pay the fucking players to play the game then.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to play the game, fucking here's some money. We're making $1 bazillion off of having the event. Here's some for you guys.
I'd like to see like the Mountain West teams and all those teams get absolutely wrecked too, just so I don't have to hear about that garbage anymore.
Yeah, bring your conference winner over. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Let's get it on. And it's not a guaranteed thing either. You still gotta have a good year. You can't be a fucking 6-6 fucking team that won all 6 conference games.
Yep.
No way. You've already proven that outside of your conference, you're nothing. Keydon Slovis. Kenny, check the Slovis. Where's he from, Keith? What school?
USC.
He had a brother that went to USC. Guaranteed. Look it up. Somebody look that up. I need look it up people and producers. We need to get this thing going on.
That's Kenny.
His brother.
He probably quit.
There's another That's not the first Slovis, and that's not the name I remember. We need more Slovis information.
Wait, and now West Virginia has JT Daniels from Georgia? I had no idea.
Gotta love this new. I stopped trying to keep up since they took off the restrictions for the transfers.
Craziness.
You don't have to sit out every year, so now it's like a new recruiting tool. Like, fuck recruiting these high school kids. Let's just go recruit from the other colleges on the low. Like, make a fake profile of some fucking big titty bitch, sneak into some DMs and be like, I go to school at Notre Dame. Like, go Irish. Like, oh, we're transferring. They can do that now. Just transfer over here.
But no, I don't think Notre Dame's that type of school. I think Notre Dame will get people.
They're not. But I'm just saying, like, other schools could do that. Whoever.
Yeah. USC, which I'll never understand. They haven't been truly relevant since
Pete Carroll, basically.
Yeah.
You know who? Do you know who was Keydon Slovis's quarterback coach in high school?
I want to know who the other Slovis is.
Who was his quarterback's coach?
Kurt Warner.
Oh. Learn from one of the best.
Nice.
Oh, Kurt Warner.
Did you watch? I don't see any. He has 2 brothers, but I don't see anything about his brothers being. Did you watch what was it? American Underdog?
No, I didn't watch it.
It's like the Kurt Warner story.
Oh, is that supposed to be really good?
It was okay. I think like some of the fucking I don't know. It was a little bit over the top for me, but I guess that's the way they are, Like they're hardcore Christian family, I guess you'd say. Like if you watch the movie, it's like, oh, okay, but more power to fucking Kurt Warner because obviously like he did fucking go through a lot of shit to make it to the NFL. But yeah, it was okay.
I mean, I don't know if I'd want to sit down and watch like 2 hours about Kurt Warner.
Yeah,
I'd watch 2 hours about like Eli Manning just because of what a goof he was.
Yeah.
I was so
Yeah.
Hear me out. The day Eli said I refused to play for the Chargers was the day I said fuck Eli Manning.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
So and then on top of that, he was goofy as shit.
Genius.
Goofy as shit, and somehow wins 2 Super Bowls. Somehow.
Genius. Dude, it was the greatest thing that ever happened to his fucking career, saying he wouldn't play for the Chargers.
Why? You don't know. What would he do? You never know.
Oh, because fucking Drew Brees fucking sucked. Because fucking Philip Rivers sucked.
Drew Brees didn't do shit till he went to New Orleans.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Philip Rivers had, I see. The thing is, like, San Diego or the Chargers or whatever they are now, they're like the place to be. Like, they always have a high-powered offense. Like, how come they never win? Why can't they get a good? Because sometimes they have good defensive players too. Like they had Junior Seau for a while. They got Derwin James now.
Out for a long time.
Yeah. So like, how come
I wonder what their odds are. What's the odds on that?
They and like now they have Herbert, young kid, and they have Eckler, who's turned into a fucking phenom that I traded away like an idiot in my dynasty league after I think I got him from the fucking waiver wire. Some crazy shit like that, and how come they never put it together? When's the last time they were really good?
2013. They made the playoffs 2004, 06, 07, 08, 09, 2013. They haven't made the playoffs since 2013.
Is that just a warm weather thing? Like, what is that? What is that? That makes what I mean? It seems like they always have it going on, and then they just don't.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Why you
They're
can't get mad at Eli Manning for that? It was the right move.
Oh, sure I can.
It was the right move, dude. It really was, though.
I don't know how you say that. You don't know that. You don't know what happens if he plays there.
He won 2 Super Bowls.
He won 1 Super Bowl because that guy made the most ridiculous catch of all time.
Yeah, after he fucking broke like 3 tackles.
Whatever. Whatever.
Oh my God. Well, okay. Well, fucking Aaron Rodgers, his fucking pass got batted.
Stop.
Or whatever.
Stop.
Come on.
Here's the thing.
Like,
as soon as I say something anyone doesn't like being a Packers fan, it's instantly something about Aaron Rodgers.
Because, you
can't talk about Aaron Rodgers.
You can't discount.
Double check Aaron Rodgers, baby. You can't do it.
How many Super Bowls does he have?
What does it matter? Why does it matter?
I don't know.
He's the greatest. He's the greatest thrower of a football to ever play the game. The absolute greatest. The numbers say that. That's not my opinion. That's a fucking fact. He has like the fewest, the best interception ratio, the best passer rating of all time. He is statistically the most efficient passer. He's doing his job. He's the best there is to have ever done it. I'm not saying he's the best leader. I'm not saying he's the best human being. I'm not saying he's the most vocal. I'm saying at his job, he's the best at it.
Some guys just want it more. I get it.
Sure. Sure. Special teams.
Hey, if you're not going to make that fucking throw into the pressure, that I get it, dude. You keep your stats real nice, real pretty. It's okay.
That's it. Oh my God. Holy shit.
I'm just saying.
If this is the argument, I can't even have a conversation.
Pat. Keep going.
No, we're good. I'm gonna cut the episode right here. We're done.
How many seasons has he led in completion percentage?
Probably a lot of them. I would assume.
Yeah.
You would assume, but that's because you're a Packers fan.
No, because he's the greatest fucking throw. Because he has the highest passer rating. The highest passer rating is almost directly affected to that completion percentage or connected to it. Look it up. Look it up. Just look
he has
it up.
one. He led one time.
Okay. And guess what? Why does completion percentage matter?
Okay, QB rating. How many times do you think he's led QB rating?
He has the highest one of all time.
By what standard?
All time. All time highest quarterback rating of all time.
Really?
Yeah. Career, not single year. For his entire career, which means he's always good when he's playing.
Okay.
It's better than Tom Brady's, dude.
Except when he plays the Niners.
Sure, but so you got the weather in a playoff game. The Niners offense scored 3 fucking points and they blocked a punt. Green Bay special teams is dog shit every fucking year. We have the 14 NFC championship game with Seattle in an onside kick. Multiple examples of Green Bay special teams failing them in the postseason. You can't blame Aaron for that. Sure, you can say he didn't want it more, whatever. Whatever the fuck you're going to say. But he can't play special teams. Sorry.
Oh.
But where are we at here? Hang on.
Have found something he didn't like.
Yeah, I'm
No,
sure he did.
no,
So-
he's no longer the career passer leading.
What? Because what is some guy with like 2 years of data?
Patrick
higher?
Mahomes.
I gotta see this.
It's going to be Justin Herbert.
I don't think
No,
Mahomes.
it's Patrick Mahomes.
I don't think Mahomes is that great. He's good, and I think what he does once the ball is snapped is good. Like he's a good decision maker, but like I don't think he's like the best like talent of throwing the football. A great
No.
football player.
Yeah.
He makes good decisions. You know,
Well, he's the first person that is mobile and still not.
Sure.
Yeah, he's not dumb. He doesn't make dumb decisions like
Right.
every other mobile quarterback.
That's like
remember Rodgers
that's a-
when he could move. When he could
still
run,
does
he was
too. It's
insane.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't do it nearly as much. Like last year, yeah, he only ran for 100 yards last year.
He's he had a toe falling off for 13 weeks though.
Yeah, he's ran for 3,300 yards in his career. How many running
Yeah,
backs do that?
Yeah.
34 touchdowns. I'll take that. But I'm trying to.
I'm
trying
worried
to pull
about
up some-
Packers. I'm worried about them.
They're not going to be. The thing is, here's the other thing. As a Packers fan, I'm not worried because I watch this team every year.
You're in the NFC fucking North, dude.
Not
Or
only
whatever
that,
fucking division it is now.
Aaron
Who
Rodgers
cares? You
covers
get
so
stuck
many
and win.
holes on that team for so long. Green Bay actually has a decent looking defense this year, and that's something that they haven't had in a while. So if you don't have the offensive weapons, so be it. Aaron will figure it out. Period. I believe that. He's that good. He's coming off back-to-back MVP awards. I mean, he's a 4-time MVP. He's only got one Super Bowl ring, though.
He's only got one Super Bowl ring.
Who gives a fuck? He's got 4 fucking MVPs. And he's still got a ring. It's not like he didn't ever win one.
So like
The receivers he had when he did, though, oh my gosh. They had 4 legitimate receivers.
So if Aaron Rodgers went somewhere else, you wouldn't be a Packers fan anymore. You'd be following Rodgers.
No. So our Patriots fans no longer Patriots fans? Now that Tom Brady probably has a best-selling jersey anywhere? No. They just watch him, too. They're still Patriots fans. I don't know what we're doing here.
Just getting you wild up because
I know. I don't know. You gotta get me here or something. Something's got to give.
Dude, you just get all riled up. It's funny.
Oh, I don't want to be riled up.
I only said that Eli Manning not going to the Chargers was the greatest thing for his career. It really was.
I don't understand how though. How you don't
He
know that.
won 2 Super Bowls.
So what?
So, like,
What if
you
he
think he would have won a Super Bowl in San Diego?
You never know, because apparently he's such a good quarterback that he
I'm
won
saying,
2 Super Bowls.
Was
Because
Philip Rivers
you're only a
better
good
than-
quarterback
was
if you win
Phillip
Super
Rivers-
Bowls.
Was Philip Rivers better than Eli Manning?
It doesn't matter what team he's on, because he's a
Was Phillip
quarterback that
Rivers
won
better
2
than Eli
Super
Manning?
Bowls.
Just answer
And
that.
all you have to do is win Super Bowls to be a
Okay.
good quarterback.
See?
That's the argument. That's
You
the
dance
argument.
around it.
I'm
Phillip
not dancing
Rivers
around
was-
anything.
Phillip
All
Rivers
I've
was
ever
better
been told
than Eli
my
Manning.
entire life
And
as
Drew
a
Brees
Packers
was better
fan,
than Eli Manning.
where you have
and
Brett
neither of
Favre
them won a fucking Super Bowl.
and Aaron
in San
Rodgers your
Diego.
entire life is how many Super Bowls have you won? That's all I hear. So yeah, Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers combined won 2 Super Bowls. That means Eli Manning's better than both of them. That's the argument. Eli Manning. It doesn't matter what team he's on. He's going to win you 2 Super Bowls. Yay. Fuck out of here. I'm so sick of that argument. Super Bowl rings.
Jesus.
Who else won one? That fucking turd from the Ravens when the Ravens won a Super Bowl
Joe
with defense.
Flacco?
No, before him. The other guy. And we were kids. You were still probably in school.
Let me look up murderer Ray
Dilfer.
Lewis.
Trent Dilfer.
Oh, Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer's got a fucking Super Bowl ring.
Remember
He's
when Ray Lewis
amazing.
killed somebody?
Yeah, that was around that time period.
Nobody even talks about that.
Oh man.
Nick
Let's see here.
Foles. Aaron Rodgers has the same amount of Super Bowl rings as Nick Foles.
Yeah, Big Dick Nick is better than fucking Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, in the playoffs, Hey,
100%. Just
he was
incredible.
insane.
Just absolutely incredible.
I saw Nick Foles. I saw Nick Foles. He was on the same field as Tom Brady this past weekend.
That's fantastic. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. What are we doing
I'm
here?
starving.
What's for 10:30 snacks? What do I even
It
have
must
for
be
dinner?
nice. 10:30. It's 11:30 here.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure it's
11:30.
11:30 where Keith is.
Yeah. Yeah, see, look at you guys.
You're
Having a good
younger than
time.
both of us. What a dick.
What is that? What does that have to do with anything? I didn't do it.
I remember being young, being able to stay up real late.
Not me. My kids are wild. I had to when I walked away earlier. I had to go upstairs because my kid was crying that she wanted me, and I wasn't like. But it's ridiculous. I just had to go up there and say, "It's all right. Get some sleep. Love you." But she gets crazy emotional. She was in bed for an hour before that happened. My wife messaged me. She said, "Are you done yet?" No,
No.
doing a show. Oh man, what else do we got? We got anything else? I'm about over it. Give me all. It's not even football season. You start fucking taking shit for being an Aaron Rodgers
Oh,
fan.
wait till it is though.
Wait till
This
he has
is
a
gonna.
bad game. Oh my gosh.
Uh,
This dude has one bad game. What he had? He had one bad game after last year. So last year the whole thing I took all the shit because of the offseason. I already repressed this from my memory. I forgot all about this. But yeah, it was last year. He didn't play in the preseason. He wasn't even with the team because he wanted some shit sorted out. And then he played the first week and laid an egg, and everyone was just tearing him up. I said before the season started, I'm gonna find this when it pops up in my Facebook memories. I said give Aaron 4 games, and they're still gonna make the playoffs. I'm not worried. I said it before the season started. After the first week, I took so much shit. By week 2, he was dropping dimes and torching people already, and it got awfully quiet the rest of the way. I think they ended up going 13-3 or whatever, 14-3, winning all the games after they, so it's gonna be fine. Receivers, no receivers, new receivers. They got this young kid, Dubes, they keep talking really highly about. He's not even the first receiver they pick, so. Lazard's decent. Tanyan, hopefully he bounces back. They got running backs. They got a decent defense. They really do. They have maybe 3 corners. Maybe. That's huge.
Do you
In the
think it's the
NFL?
second best defense in the NFL?
I wouldn't say that. Green Bay's never historically had like a top 10 type of defense, but they might have like
Just when they won the Super Bowl
they might have like a
with Aaron
fringe
Rodgers.
top 10 type of defense. Look at Tom Brady's fucking Super Bowl fucking shit. It's only because of good defense.
I'm just saying they had
I'm
the
just
second
saying.
the second
I'm not,
best defense in football the year they won.
They had an amazing offense too. They had fucking Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver, Greg Jennings.
They had the 10th ranked.
Yeah,
ranked.
they had fucking. They didn't have a running back. Who was their running back?
They had the first ranked offense the next year.
Yeah, did they have Randall Cobb that year or no? Did he win?
They were 15-1.
I don't know if they had Cobb for the Super Bowl.
Oh, in the Super Bowl year?
Yeah. Cobb's first game, he returned a kickoff for a touchdown. I'm like, welcome to the league, kid. He's still here. But they had those 4 guys at one point in time. They had Jordy, Jennings, Driver, and Cobb all at the same time at different points in their career. Driver was on the way out.
They didn't have Cobb.
Yeah, that was a special group of receivers they had. Maybe
Jennings, James Jones, Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver.
Jones, San Jose State. James Jones was a bad man.
James Jones, yeah, he
left.
was good.
He left for the bag to Oakland, I think, and shit the bed.
Jordy Nelson.
Greg Jennings did the same shit. He left and went to Minnesota and fucking shit the bed.
Jordy Nelson was good.
Jordy Nelson got cut too on some bullshit, and then he went to Oakland.
Greg Jennings was the one that talked smack on his way out too, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he didn't like.
There
Rodgers.
there was something going on there.
He didn't like Rodgers. He probably wasn't into mushrooms and shit like that. Rodgers probably like, "Sud, dude, you wear deodorant? I get mine from the earth."
Always showing up all stinky and shit.
I haven't seen that pot. He just did a Rogan, Aaron Rodgers. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it. I got to check that out. just because I want to know. There's something in there where he said he played on Percocet. It's probably that game against the Bears where the Bears were whooping that ass. It was 2 years ago, the first game where they hurt him in the first half, and the Bears were up by like 20 points, and he came back out after halftime and played, and they fucking scored on every single possession and won the game. And the reporter asked him what was wrong with him, and he's all fucked up. His eyeball, his fucking pupils are huge.
Yeah.
He's like, my knee.
Yeah.
I'm fucking zoinked out, dude. It's hilarious. Absolutely one of the funniest post-game moments in history. Just the way he says it, because it's totally out of character. Like, you can tell he's having no pain. My knee! Just how his eyes, his whole expression. It was great to see. He's all fucked up on painkillers the first week of the year just to come out and beat the Bears. So then you fast forward a few years and he whoops their ass again and says, I've always owned you. Like, yeah, that's why. He's got that in him. He's got it in him. You guys, but the Bears fans go, well, sometimes you just gotta want it, boy. When's the last time the fucking Bears have wanted anything?
No.
I want to hear it. Fucking living in 1985. Fucking the Bears. Ditka. Sausage. They're so quiet when you do that.
What?
Just fucking talk shit about the Bears. It gets quiet. They don't have anything to say. No Bears fan has anything to say.
The Bears are bad.
The Bears are so fucking bad they can't even
Bears are
keep the
bad.
team in their goddamn city. It's such a dysfunctional relationship. They're moving out. Arlington we go.
They
Arlington
need
Heights
to
or whatever.
move.
I agree.
That's
Just talk. That's just my jab at Chicago in general.
The stupid mayor. We're gonna put a dome on it.
Fucking third biggest city in the country. You can't even keep your fucking football team happy. Come on.
My name's Lori Lightfoot. We're gonna put a dome on Soldier Field.
She took that fucking picture in front of like $300 cash that spelled out "Get Vaxxed" in her office. You see that picture?
She's fucking weirdo.
That's one of the funniest fucking bullshit propaganda things I've ever seen. To fucking in the comfort of your home or some shit was like that. Like we'll come pay you to fucking shove this shit right up your ass. Let's go. I'm vaccinated, by the way, so you can't take what I'm saying out of context because I am talking shit about someone trying to bribe another person to do something, not something that they choose to do on their own free will. So that's all I'm saying. So for anyone that might catch this in a clip later and go, yeah, Brandon, you can't say that. Like, you don't wear a mask and you're fucking not vaccinated. Yes, I am. Whatever. Leave me alone. It's funny. Nobody, no mayor, no fucking political leader should be in their office in front of $12 saying, well, come get vaxxed. What the fuck? What kind of, it's just the most fucking terrible shit. You're like, what kind of message does that send as a leader of your community? I don't know. We only got $12. Like, if I'm doing that, I'm doing that with like $1 million fucking bucks, dude. We're doing it big.
Like Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the only way to do that. We're the fucking government. We tax you, bitch. We got racks. Like, spread that shit out. Get vaxxed in fucking stacks, dude. Do it like that. Take a real picture you could be proud of. Not some fucking Monopoly money that you got to worry about turning off the fan in the room before you can take the picture because it's going to blow away because there ain't shit there. You know? Like, oh. Sorry, I don't know. The Runaround, folks. The underground Runaround. Welcome. Anybody else got anything? Because I'm fired up and hungry, and that's not a good combo.
No.
Look, Paz fucking dumbfounded over there.
We're 2 hours 15 minutes in.
I know we only got 3.5 too. I gotta delete some of the stuff off of our platform, so or it won't record anymore. It's all right. Look at this guy. He don't even know what he's doing. All right, then. Well, folks, we had a good... I'm sorry, Joshy 1445. Sorry, let's highlight this real quick. I didn't realize you were here, Josh. What's up, brother? He said, the 2010 Packers defense was nasty, though. Clay Matthews, yeah. Nick Collins, Charles Woodson. They had A.J. Hawk, who does the thing. B.J. Raji.
Oh,
yeah, B.J. Raji was a problem. Nick Collins was dope, too. Nick Collins, actually, a neck injury ended his career. His career got cut short. He was a stud. I have a Charles Woodson jersey. I have a Matthews jersey. I have an Aaron Rodgers jersey. I do not have a new Nike jersey. My jerseys are so old, they're all Reebok.
I don't buy the new. You buy the new ones. I don't buy jerseys for new players anymore. I can't do it. Next year they get traded. Every one of them. I bought Deshaun Jackson jersey, gone. I bought
God.
David Wright jersey. You know, his back falls apart. Every
Dude,
person I buy, hockey's the worst, but every time.
David
I
Wright
know. I
is
have
such a
Rizzo and
bad story, man.
Chris Bryant World Series jerseys.
Oh,
I'm gonna start
David
wearing
Wright
those.
was fucking good, dude.
David
yeah, he
Wright
was
was
Like
awesome.
he was
It's like
good.
Pedroia. Pedroia fell off hard with the injuries too. It seems
Yeah.
like
David Wright was better than
because
Pedroia.
yeah, but Pedroia was an MVP. Did David Wright ever win an MVP?
No.
no.
Okay, so Pedroia was a better player. There's your argument.
No,
He
you're
would- he would-
again.
he
You're
would-
going
he-
individual
How
he-
dare
accolades.
you?
He would have never won MVP. Yeah, he would have never.
I hate the Red Sox. I can't take that. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
It's Pav's argument. I'm just using it against him.
Not even close.
Watching them fail
what are you talking about?
makes me happy.
Not even
Pedroia?
close to an argument.
Pedroia won MVP. David Wright, captain of 0 MVP. How can you be the most valuable player? How can you be the captain of your team? You're not even the most valuable player. Shout out to David Wright. I love the guy. I really do. I think he's way better than Pedroia. Huge
Pedroia
fan
won
of David Wright.
MVP with 17
This
home
is just
runs.
Pav's argument. I gotta play the devil's advocate here. Pedroia was fantastic.
No,
MVP.
that's your argument.
My argument.
That,
is
yeah,
that
you
Pedroia
said
is
said
awesome.
Aaron Rodgers won 4 MVPs, therefore he's better. That's what you said.
No, I
didn't
just said
say
he's
I
really
said he
good.
never won a team.
He
You
did
know.
though.
He won one. He
He
won
said,
when they had
"Ugh."
the great defense, second ranked defense.
Yeah, they're gonna have a good defense this year. I'm actually excited for that. They're gonna have good linemen. Rashawn Gary. Oh my gosh. They're
I
gonna
don't
have
watch NFL.
I watch the Packers. That's it. I couldn't name players like
I
this
don't watch the NFL
on most other teams outside of the starters. I pretty much know all the starters in the league, but I don't know the depth.
I got free tickets
Baseball.
to the Colts this weekend or last weekend versus the Buccaneers, and like I only went because I was like, we gotta go because Tom Brady's gonna be there.
Yeah, right. Also, Josh brings up another point. I know this is a dead topic, but the Indians bullpen hasn't given up a run in 31 and a third innings. In that stretch, they have 44 Ks, 11 hits, and 11 walks.
Dude, they're making a fucking run.
I told
you
you.
know,
We Josh, I don't know if you've been here the whole show, but we actually did make reference of how good Cleveland's pitching was earlier in the show, but we didn't actually specifically bring up that topic.
we
were
didn't
just
bring up that
making
topic.
A general observation of how good their pitching is, and that's why they're where they are in the standings. But I'm good. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I still got to do the production part of this and find a snack. I need a snack. Anybody? Oh, and I'm almost out of water. I like to stay like hydrated. I'm sweaty. You know what I mean? I keep the water coming in. Anybody else? Anybody? Anything? Keith? Keith, you got
No,
anything?
man.
Thanks for hanging out with us, dude.
Absolutely.
Hope you had fun. Pav.
Hey,
I don't.
hey, Keith, what did I fucking
Jesus,
tell you
here we
last time
Yeah,
you were here?
What did you tell
Last
him?
time,
Please.
the fucking
remind us.
Padres, the Padres, dude. On the first round, get rid of them. They're done. Fucking
Hey,
toast,
now they're to the point where they might not even make it to the
They're
first
not even gonna
round.
make it.
Oh my gosh.
dude.
They're
I'm
not.
telling you. I'm okay. I just.
But hey, nobody expected Hater to be this bad. Come on. Holy fuck.
Oh, dude.
He's single-handedly fucking
The Brewers. I guess they fucking knew, right?
right.
Whatever.
Well, he started collapsing right before they traded him. He had 2 really bad outings right before they traded him.
yeah, but now he's like historically bad.
Yeah, I know.
this
So
is like
the
fucking-
Brewers saw it and they're like,
oof.
wait, someone's still gonna give us something for him? Here, take him. He's broken. We can't fix him. Yeah,
Oh,
what's
my Lord.
the playoff wild card looking like right now?
Josh Hader, 23 ERA
Padres
for
are
San Diego.
Padres are holding on to the last wild card by 2 games over Milwaukee.
And Milwaukee just got hot.
Yeah,
Yeah, and imagine
They
if
lost
Milwaukee
tonight.
took that.
they lost tonight, but both teams are 5-5 in their last 10. I mean, they're very similar teams. even in run differential, home and away records. I mean, everything's very close. They're the same team. And those are the last two teams over 500 anyway in the league, in the National League. The Giants, the Giants, Diamondbacks, Rockies, Marlins, Cubs, Reds, Pirates, and the Nationals are all under. Same thing with Baltimore and Minnesota are chasing Toronto for the last wild card in the American League. They're both 3 games out. Sox are 7.5 out. They're done.
Minnesota just got hot. They won 4 in a row.
They've won
I think.
5 in a row.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they had lost 5 in a row previous to that.
Yeah.
So they're just, and Buxton's still out for them. So if they get Buxton back, that can't hurt.
You know how it is too, man. It's last 2-3 weeks of the season, whoever gets hot.
The whole AL wild card though is separated by a game. Tampa Bay is half a game above Seattle, who's a half game above Toronto. And then Baltimore and Minnesota are 3 out. Like, that's a race. That's a race. But, friends, that's it. I'm starving. We've been here too long, and Pav keeps talking that shit. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah.
We're out.